and I've got an important philosophical point, but it really is in game, so I will wait.
Oh, brilliant! Can't wait.
Well, no, it just occurred to me. Well, sort of the end of last session, I thought, should we do that? You know, in my not really knowing anything about morals apart from when it comes to killing things with a bow and arrow. And I just thought of another one, but there you go.
Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait.
Well, it's not that exciting, to be honest. I'd hate you to get your hopes up and then think, oh yeah, well that's obvious. But
it might be the best part of the day, mate. Who knows?
If it is.
So we've got the sound running, we've got the recording running, so we are good to go.
Hark!
Herald angels sing. Oh.
No, the hunter has a philosophical point to make.
Indeed.
I'm actually going to say, as we're walking back from this, so tell me, Vadro, right? So the Pathfinders, we know them, right? They're decent people, right? And we trust them and stuff. We like Pathfinders because they do us a good job, and they gave me some food and that, and so they're good, right?
Yeah.
So if they wanted you to know what they were saying, they'd have told you, wouldn't they? Therefore, they didn't want you to know what they were saying. So is what you did right then, to sort of like find out stuff that people don't want you to know, even if we know that the people aren't bad people?
But if someone's lying about being a good person and they are actually a bad person, and they say they're a good person, then
that's not what you're doing, is it?
Ventured forth and gained knowledge of your own volition.
So this was just to find out whether they were good or bad people, and not because you wanted to know what they were whispering.
They could provide a threat to the camp. I mean, we had this beast that turned into an elf that arrived, that was potentially going to attack, and brave Marvello, impetuous as he might have been, potentially saved all of our lives. If they bring forth more doom and dread to our caravan whilst we're trying to trek forth into our new world, then...
So are you saying you only spy on people you don't trust?
Spying is such a strong way of putting it. Surely that when you're hunting, you must keep yourself secret, but still learn about your surroundings and find out. As
I said, the thing with me is I've developed, because I'm only a young man and I was brought up by my dad who died a couple of years ago, I haven't had much sort of like, knowledge of what's the right and the wrong thing. And I know exactly the right and the wrong way to hunt things. But, morals in society I'm not so good at. So I'm just checking. So spying on people is good.
Oh, yes. Sometimes you have to hear what the enemy is saying.
But then, I get that. I do understand that, sir, because I did figure that enemies, they've got no rights, because I would spy on an abomination because they're filth and we want to kill them. But the Pathfinders are our friends.
Well, we don't know that.
Then why wouldn't they share the information that they had?
Perhaps we shouldn't know it. Perhaps it was like, oh dear, Marvello's now going to die horribly, and it's better he doesn't know that, isn't it? Because we don't want him to know that and worry, because that's not nice. It'd be better if he just walked along and then someone killed him without him knowing about it, because that's a nicer way to die.
You talk about morals, but if there was a beast that was threatening your life and someone saved you from it, surely you'd be grateful enough to tell them why it arrived in the first place.
Unless there was a really good reason why you couldn't.
I think the Pathfinders were just as frightened and fearful of their lives at that moment, because at no point did they tell anybody, we're having a discussion right now. It's okay.
I quite agree with you.
I think he was doing it more for my benefit, because I had a crossroads of dilemma afterwards that he just wanted to understand the perspective from the Pathfinders.
What? Look, there is no expectation of privacy in a public place. That's the end of it, isn't it? It's not like It's not like he snuck into a castle and was trying to listen for the door, was it?
That's only because they weren't in a castle.
And he has got them bugged in a way, because he's using the magic of the fire to find out what they said, which is maybe a bit underhand. But let's see if the end justifies the means.
I guess so. I just wondered, as a point, is it what we do? Is it acceptable? Is it acceptable?
We survive. That's what we do.
Different people have different understandings, and the ignorant and the uninformed might see it as
Underhand, devious.
They might. Ignorant might think that, yes.
Right. But the knowing realise that it's just sharing information.
Yes, yes. Basically, it's an interesting thing to know, so we never get caught out by it.
I guess so. So if we're having a secret conversation, piss on the fire first.
Yeah, don't go near no fires.
Right, okay.
Oh, wizards have ways of finding out, whether it be through a fire or some other way.
I thought you'd say that.
Yeah, I was worried he was going to say that too. Can we set some ground rules on spying on our comrades and about how it's not a pleasant thing to do?
I'm sure we can, yes.
Good.
Whatever.
Are we going back to the convoy,
We're walking. I personally can't
Or-
walk and talk at the same time.
or are we pursuing the abominations?
What?
It was dead. You killed it.
What abominations?
Didn't you
Oh,
say there was some?
Get it, but we've got no way of knowing where he is.
Did you tell any people what you found out at the fire parky?
No, I haven't had a chance yet. I'm sure
I was like, why are they bitching? What's going on?
We're just getting ready for
they
it.
don't want to know because it's underhanded and a bad way of finding out information, of course.
No, we're getting ready for it.
You're a good hour and a half behind the caravan anyway.
Most of that is spent with having a philosophical and moral discussion.
I just want to be clear: if I go and guard the caravan, or I pursue something that is an abomination or raises undead, I will do that. I'm happy to do that.
I'm absolutely with you. If we come across any sign of this now Rogan again, he must be pursued and exterminated. I'm with you 100% there. But the thing is, we didn't have any idea where he was. The dead guy gave us no information about how to find him, apart from he's somewhere around here and he's got a lot of men. And yeah, we could have hunted him on that grounds, but then we probably would have spent the rest of the year hunting him.
And he's
Seems a worthwhile thing for me.
Good with me.
I have opinions.
Are you going to spit out what happened to that fire, or is it relevant?
I mean, if you're interested, I can tell you, but I mean, I wouldn't want to cross any moral boundaries by giving you information that he didn't share with us.
Oh,
No, we've already established that you can eavesdrop as much as you want.
It would seem,
It's up for them to stop you. That's what I say. They should have been more sensible if they got a secret to discuss.
it would seem that they spent some time, as far as I can tell, in the I said the forest. I'm guessing the Davakar forest, the large forest north of Thistlehold. And they are being followed or something. I think they found the crown or a skull. Seen that they touched. Now they're marked in some way. They don't want to go back to Thistlehold, so whether they'll go north and stop in what's it called, Yandros, whether they'll go straight forth into the forest of Davakar, I don't know. They've lost 2 people, I believe, already. Gorak and Lara. And they've spoken to someone, Lassafor Night Pitch. I don't know. I don't think they're connected. Obviously, you only hear a conversation. You can't. You only discern the meaning in what they say. So I don't know who this Lassafor Night Pitch is. But he would seem to have some information about it, or her. Bellin is not well. There's something wrong with him. I don't know what it is, whether it's a illness or something that this thing is connected to, part of this mark perhaps, or whether he's suffering from corruption. And without examining him, I wouldn't be able to tell.
Is that it?
Quite a bit.
is that it? You You ungrateful bastard.
We've all got a past, didn't we? So they've been somewhere and something's followed them.
Well, as the I forget, I want to say Carla, the barbarian, spoke to us,
Carla? Oh, that girl. Yeah.
spoke to us the other day about how sometimes the forest can be alive and it can want its things back, and if we mess with it, then perhaps there will be repercussions. It could be that they've gone treasure hunting and found this crown or this skull or whatever it was. And the forest, surely there's some reasonable explanation. I don't believe that the forest of Davokar is in itself a conscious being that wishes them ill, but it could be. I mean, barbarians, they have their, you know, their stories and their kind of myths and tales. So if they found a magical item that was perhaps corrupted and it affected them in a negative way, they would see that as the forest coming to life or something. I mean, they're not known for their intellect, are they?
Ooh, nice.
When we catch up with them, Straw, I'm going to have Nip go and have a look at the two pathfinders while I'm standing somewhere not too far away with an arrow not too far away.
They're not there.
Pathfinders are blown.
Aren't they?
But then, in theory, they're pathfinders. They'll be up ahead, finding the path.
Sure. That's what I said. But then they'll come back, won't they?
Yeah.
They'll have to come back in the evening, one assumes, to make camp with the rest of us.
Hopefully.
If not, then perhaps this problem will go away of its own accord.
Well, do we have a problem? What's the problem we have?
Well, the problem is they might be corrupted, so we need to check that.
Yeah, let's assume they haven't. I was going to say, they've done something, they pissed someone
But
off.
yeah, if they haven't, then it doesn't really matter, does it? They, like you said, they've got a backstory. We know their story. We know more of their story now. I guess I wouldn't want to tell people that either if it was me. So,
Except, will it bring down an attack on the camp? How does it affect us and our people is the main problem we have. But everything's trying to fucking kill us anyway, so cross that path when we come to it, I guess.
I'm not trying to kill you.
Well, not now, but who knows?
Well, yeah, but if you get blight, if you become blight born, I'm gonna have to stab you in the face.
Yeah.
That's the thing, that the blight and corruption can affect anyone.
Mm.
we'll try not to all look at Parker as that opinion.
I was.
Yeah, so was I.
Well, even people who are using magical means, even if they're not magical themselves. If, for example, if you wielded a magical sword, it could theoretically corrupt you in some way.
What, all magical arrows?
I haven't got any magic. Well, I've got. Oh, yeah, you're right. Ooh.
Corruption! Corruption! Burn him!
That is a minor aid.
You're not going to get the corruption from that, Nick, 'cause that's a one-shot wonder. Parker,
I know, but it just occurs to me that if Parker's corrupted and he's given me a corrupted arrow, then he could be spreading his corruption on. So it's just occurred to me.
I did, yeah. You fire
as
it.
a-
I don't think he is corrupted though, because at the moment I'm a bit unsophisticated and I can only work with a dog and obvious signs like people glowing and their eyes going funny colours and stuff, and he hasn't done any of that.
As another point, your arrow will be particularly useful if should you feel the need to shoot into combat, because it hones true. So although you might miss the target, you won't accidentally hit a person who he's with or something like that.
I don't tend to accidentally hit people.
He was
Well,
very
no,
good
but-
last week, I'll give him that.
I tend to hit people on purpose.
Yeah.
It will help, as they say.
Okay, so for the rest of the day, the caravan is struggling up the steeper and steeper road towards the pass. And just as you finally crest the road, wagons roll out onto a platform, and suddenly the weather just changes dramatically.
It gets nice and sunny all of a sudden.
It wasn't nice and sunny, it was clear. As the wagons crest the rise onto the plateau, the sky just darkened. And you can almost think you can hear singing or chanting on the wind, and the weather just goes to shit. Snow just comes heaving down. And that sounds like rain, it's snow. And the wagon master's like, we can't carry on through this. Circle the wagons.
Camp. Wouldn't it be better to push on?
Not through this.
Yeah.
This is
Use
going
the
to
wagon
worse.
master.
We have to tie the wagons down, make sure the animals are tied up. This is bad.
Right. Well, we'll, you know,
Yeah,
make
get
ourselves
involved in
useful.
jobs. There's going to be lots of jobs to do.
Oh, God, yeah.
Put this down, tie this rope, grab this thing, put that there.
Do that. Take that there. Move that over there. Yeah, you know.
When all the wagons start being tied to each other, the blankets are thrown over the animals, and as I said, the weather is coming down like that. Never seen snows like this. Occasionally, just think a voice on the wind.
Don't like this.
We'll make sure we're keeping watch as best we can. I mean, we probably can't see very far, but I mean, it does seem people have heard voices on the wind. I mean, I'm going to suggest that this could be part of a magical ambush. There are ways of controlling the weather potentially. Not wizardry thing, but it might be a witchcraft, sorcery, something like that.
Let's huddle up. Let's keep warm.
I'm going to find myself a position somewhere, wrap my cloak round me, and just keep watch.
The dog jumps up into one of the wagons.
Yeah. Just you can just stay out of the way. It's best for him.
There's Bartolom. He's got his sunstone, right? In theory, that will protect us all from the cold.
But the trouble is, I'd have to use it, and I'm loath to use it.
Yeah.
At the moment, we can get fire going, we'll be all right.
I'm sure Prios will guide us through this. He says, hopefully.
Still no sign of the Pathfinders.
Well,
What time of day is it? I mean, I know it's dark now, but I mean, are we talking lunchtime this? Are we talking...
It's about lunchtime when you kind of hit this area. Yeah, you know, you've got
Get the spoon out.
Telix,
I'm in it.
Telix kind of on lookout, and he's like, "You can't see anything."
Oh.
And he said, "The weather, horrendous," and it's like that all the rest of the day and throughout the night.
You still hear those voices and whatnot?
Pardon?
Still hear those voices and whatnot?
Not now. As you just said, you can hear it at the start.
Is that how we're talking? We're talking like that, aren't we?
But you've got to go close to people, yeah.
Hello? Hello? I'm a wizard!
Wizard! Oh. Morning. Needless to say, snow is like 2-3 foot deep. It's horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of people are now sort of, we even get through this, you know, and Augusto's like really umming and ahhing. And Telix suddenly goes, I see movement. It's still snowing a little. It's not as hard, but it's eased off. It's like standing on one of the wagons. He's like, over there, 2 figures coming this way.
Uh-oh. Go and have a look. Stand and have a look.
Yep, 2 figures coming through the snow.
Just
Like
sort of, you know, like you do, string your bow, because you never know.
And as you're stringing, the 2 figures kind of stop when you're like, ah, that's just out of range. 2 elves.
Ooh.
I don't know where he is on my screen.
It's here, and none of us want to dob anyone in, but it was him.
One of them steps forward just a little bit more, raises his hand. I'm Godry, and this is my friend Saren Ree. We want the ones called Bellin and Ludo.
I'm waiting. I'm not. It's not really my responsibility to answer that. So.
Well, I'd like to know why. Someone going to ask why?
I don't know. Are you going to ask why?
Why?
They sort of look at each other. There's a few words muttered. You can't catch it because it's Elvish and it's a bit of a way away. They've violated treaties. They've tunneled too deep into the soil of old Davakar. They are blight-stricken and must be purged.
Ah, light stricken.
That's a worry.
What are we going to do?
Well, where
Well,
are
they're
these?
not here. They went out yesterday to scout and haven't come back. We thought you were them. Mind you, I wouldn't believe me.
You have until sundown to hand them over. If not, this will end the way it always ends. Your blood on.
We don't have them.
You have till
We-
sundown, and they turn and walk away.
Oh.
The other guy, the other elf, doesn't walk. The walk doesn't seem right. It's more
Floating.
bestial
Ooh. Arbello.
as they disappear into the gentle falling snow of the distance.
Sundown, right? Okay, so
No
firstly,
chance of us running.
are we going to get these caravans moving today? Are we going to get the wagons moving today?
We're not going to be able to move them through this.
So what are we going to do?
How
What do
can
you
we
think,
track
Dave?
in the snow?
Well, yeah.
Unless they have some elvish magic where they're known to be wise in the ways of the woods.
Well, maybe they can. Do you think they've done a run, or I suppose they're not coming back, are they?
Oh, they will do. Sundown.
Depends on whether they survived the night. I mean, if they were out in the open, but then they had no reason to be out in the open. They're pathfinders. They must have seen the weather coming.
Yes, I think they might have camped up because the weather's closed in, and then they're coming back.
I know.
Or
I think
have they gone?
I'll go have a look. I think.
You
Unless
have a
they
little bit of scout around, and after an hour, you do see two other figures coming from a different direction.
Okay.
Ah, good. They're back again.
Right. In that case,
Got a couple of rabbits as well.
well, that's good. I will go back to the camp. I won't meet them out here because I want Nick to be about. So I'm going to head back towards the camp. I will wave, but then I'll head back.
Isn't this going to be a decision made by the boss, by what's his name, Augusto?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that certainly. But I just want to check whether they're tainted or not. Because if they're tainted, then it's something different, isn't it?
Yep.
You get they heading their way over. Nip is getting a little bit restless anyway at the
Mhm.
moment.
Is that Parker?
No,
Sorry, that's nothing to do with Andro, is it? No, right. Just checking.
you've got to remember a lot of people can carry corruption and not know about it.
That's no excuse.
You could carry corruption.
No excuse.
You might be carrying corruption. I wonder why Nip's been sleeping.
Suicide by longbow.
And eventually they come back into camp. He's picked up a bit of a cough. He's all wrapped up. And Ludo goes, well, we managed to get these before the weather.
Why is everyone staring at us?
Yeah, there are. They're like, okay. What's
I'm presuming Nip hasn't like sort of barking.
Nip's kind of hunkered right down by your foot.
Mhm.
Not really doing much at the moment.
Not barking.
Well, because as she's hunkered down by your foot, she's like shoulder deep into the snow, poor thing.
Yeah, well, that's all right. She can bark when she's 2 foot below the surface of the snow. It doesn't matter. That's all I need is the bark. Okay, she's not barking. That's
Doesn't
good.
look happy though. When she's
Like you said,
shaking.
there's shades, isn't there?
Yeah.
What troubles have you brought to this camp?
What do you mean? Again, this is Ludo doing all the talking.
Do you really know why the changeling elf came to see you?
No.
Perhaps to return a crown or something to its people? Or a skull?
And Ludo's like, no.
You lie. You do know why they're here, the elves, and more of their kind have come. They want you.
Hey, what?
They want you.
Oh,
Probably
you're just going to hand us over to the elves, are you?
I'm merely saying that they want you.
You know the elves are the enemy.
Of course.
And you want to hand us over to the elves.
he didn't say he was going to hand you over the elves. What we're trying to do is we're trying to understand why the elves want you two in particular, why they don't just want anybody.
Because we've travelled in Dakavar.
Travelled.
Travelled.
Apparently you've done more than that in Dakavar.
Of course, you don't just travel in Dakavar, you treasure hunting.
You found something. Your friends are dead. Gorak, Elara. You lost them.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
Perhaps I could brew you up a tincture. You seem a bit under the weather, so to speak. Let me have a look at you and see what I can see.
One for me, wizard. So, are you going to hand us over to these murderous elves or not? Because if you do, you know what's going to happen. We'll turn around and say who killed the other elf, and they look straight at you, Marvello.
When we hand them over, I'll tell them what happened.
You think they're going to believe you? You're a human. They don't care.
I don't particularly care.
Yeah,
I did what I did, and that
Yeah.
was it.
We're gonna not hand you over because you're our comrades or whatever. What we aren't going to do is not hand you over because you think you can blackmail us. You go down that path, and I don't care. But I agree with Marvello. But I don't like the idea of just handing someone over to the elves. That doesn't seem right.
Thank you. That's something. Mind you, I expected no less from a sellsword.
Who's a sellsword?
You.
I'm a sellsword. You know nothing about me.
I've seen the way you walk. I've seen the way you handle yourself. You're just a sword.
Well, I'm a soldier.
Same thing.
No, very different.
So, should we find out Augusto's point of view on this?
Really do some
Augusto
he's in charge.
He's actually sitting on one of the wheels of one of the wagons. He's got you lot are in front of him, and then there's the two scouts. He's like looking up and down you lot and looking at them. There are sound points on both sides. As much as I detest the elves, they're here for a reason. But I don't think in all good consciousness I could hand over two of the best pathfinders I've had for a while.
Why don't you hand over what you have or what you're carrying to them?
We don't have anything.
Julie?
Believe us, you are more than welcome to go through our stuff.
I'm going to look at Parker at this point. It's sort of like a questioning look at him.
You might not have it now, but you had a thing.
We all had things that we brought back from the forest. Get to Thistlehold. We lived like kings for a month on the riches we made out of the trip.
Things for a month, and now the consequences.
So you sold whatever you had, and that's now in Thistlehold.
Why keep
Whatever.
Why keep what you bring out from there?
Well, I don't know.
We sell
I'm
things.
just trying to explain why these elves understand why these elves want to kill you. Well, presumably kill you. And
Sure, they'll be wanting to kill you if they hear about what happened.
well, as my friend the knight said, that there's ways around that. They didn't say we had to hand you over capable of speaking.
Ludo sort of hand does sort of drop to the
I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying don't start walking down roads because, as my friend the knight said, it's a bad thing to do, and it leads to all sorts of
travel
nastiness.
to forests, then maybe you can judge us. But until then, I don't think you can.
Be nice if you told the truth, though.
The truth has been told.
But you didn't yesterday, did you?
Yesterday was yesterday.
Right. And tomorrow, will you tell the truth tomorrow? Or is it only every
Depends on
other day
whether
you
you're
tell the
still
truth?
alive or not, doesn't it? Depends on whether you've handed us humans, brothers in arms, comrades, over to the bloodthirsty elves.
I'm completely with my comrades in that I don't think people should be handed over to enemies. There's no, you know, if they haven't done any harm to us, why would we do that?
Well,
The Iron Pact are all like this. It's what they do. Anything gets taken from Dakovar and they complain and they come after you. It's what they do. The keepers.
Not just that, though, is it? It's not just that you might have a thing. When I look over at Bellin, I seem to think you're Blightborn.
Everyone's Blightborn in elven eyes. Because we humans are more susceptible to the blight, to the corruption than they are.
that doesn't sound as wise. You know what elves are probably like. Probably do consider them art superiors. I bet they do think that way. Also, what if they did take something? Ultimately, aren't we all at some stage probably adventurers or whatever? I mean, well, they, tricky one is. And as the boss man says, we do need the Pathfinders because us getting to where we're going is very important. So
Ludo sort of. Yeah. We can still get you to where you need to go. We can still get the caravan through.
What's going to happen when we don't hand you over to the elves?
They'll
Want to try and kill us all.
probably kick off and not be too happy.
Well, there's only
Well,
two
two
of them.
of them.
There's only two of them.
it's probably more than two.
If there's only two. Things that this all happened after you spoke to.
I'm going to think on this. And he gets his pipe out and he sort of goes back into one of the wagons.
I'll just go back to watching the perimeter. Somebody needs to be watching in case the elves do some sneak attack while we're all discussing it.
I'm keeping an eye on the wizard. I think he's going to be vulnerable at this moment, so we're standing near him, making sure he's all right.
Vulnerable? Was he having a bad day?
I think when he says he means he's vulnerable, I think John says like anybody else, he's vulnerable.
Oh,
Bellin, something suddenly pulls itself out through his skin.
Oh dear.
And his crumpled form just lays in a puddle on the floor at the feet of Thing.
I'm coming back in. I was outside, so I'm coming back in. I'm stringing my bow as I'm moving because I imagine I've just heard a load of screams.
didn't your dog have picked this up?
It's like 7.5 foot tall. Its hands have turned into great big claws and it's stuck. It's now just fuck. And it looks like it's got horns. And it just starts crashing into people and killing people. It's holding one of the carabiniers and just two. It goes like, oh!
We better attack.
Step in front of the wizard and charge.
Yeah, we better attack.
Well, it's just quick, isn't it? I'll wait.
John will get an activation before.
What did he say?
No, you can't hear him over the noise.
Turn that radio down.
Sorry.
Oh dear. Well, that'll be my offensive D20. What'll be my defensive?
As I am coming in stringing me bow, I am giving Nip a reproachful glance because I think perhaps he should have fucking picked up on that.
Nick's just shivering.
Maybe he sneezed. The dog sneezed or something. He's got a cold.
Right, okay, so a new one. Barking is corruption, sneezing is about to be taken over by something fucking hideous. Right.
Technically, I don't know whether you would have your weapon, John, but I think you probably would in this point. So John, you get to have a.
If you want me to use my crow beak, I'll pull that as I'm charging.
I presume if you're standing there in that situation, you're probably leaning on your weapon.
He's always got his weapon. His weapon and his spoon go everywhere he goes.
Yeah, unless you're in a bar or something that's resting up against the wall out of the way.
In which case he might take the spoon.
Hit it, John. Hit it.
So you get to have a hit, John. You're at +2 to hit it. because it's big and it's horrible.
That's +2. I rolled a 3, so I'm good.
Okay, so you've hit it. What's your damage?
9.
9. That's a damn good hit. But as you fucking hit with your weapon, there's a lot of resistance in that flesh. A lot of resistance. You know, normally a hit like that, you would be cutting things in half. Not that time. So now we go into the round. It's going to be, it goes to Steve, John, then it's and me. So, Steve.
I'm going to hit it.
Me.
Any
I'm
quick
faster.
bonuses or anything?
What, Mick?
Initiative, me,
Yeah,
remember?
no, you're on a quickness of 10, mate.
I may be, mate, but I'm on a vigilance of 15 and with
Oh,
6 sense.
oh, yeah. He's very
vigilance
fast.
counts as initiative.
Yeah, so I wonder why I put your name at the top. And I thought that must
Yeah,
be.
weird, isn't it? Strange.
What are you doing, Nick?
Basically, I'm going to hold my action. I'm waiting for an opportunity to shoot. I realise it's in combat at the minute, but if it puts somebody down, then I'll shoot it.
Okay.
When it puts somebody down.
I'm being positive, John. If
All right, so you will have an action at some point when you want to call it out, Nick. So then it's Steve.
I'm going to whack it
Whack it. You're going to whack it.
with my
We'll
sword.
whack it off.
You're going to whack it. How in depth was you going to whack it?
I'm going to whack it, mate. I'm gonna
Whack.
whack it. Yeah.
Again, you're at +2, Steve.
Oh, I like that then. I've got to remember the rules like for 16. Oh, good. I got it with a 10.
Yeah. Damn.
Do a D10 damage. So that's, where is it? I do, 10 points of damage. That's not bad for the start of the day, is it? Boom!
Not bad. Again, when you were fighting in the war, you know a hit like that would have put someone down. Simple as.
This
So
is a
when you
big
compare like that number to your hits and think, well, and you, why is it still standing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it's John.
Come on, Marvello.
Yep. Hit 4.
Mhm.
8 points.
Oh, poof, poof, poof.
No damage that time.
Fucking hell.
Uh-oh.
I hope Van Dyke's going to do something amazing.
Oh, who cares? I've got an action.
Yes.
Carlo's hitching the wagon up and moving on to the next place.
So there's 2 in it.
Lads, enjoy.
Oh, man.
It's going to have its first attack at you, Steve, and
Go on
its
then.
second attack at you, John. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are doing your defense rolls.
Yep.
At.
At
Just need to check that ability to see what it does. Where are you? At. Do. -5.
-5.
-5.
A quick second, -5. Bye.
That's pretty good. Okay, let's give it a go. All right, here we go. Defense roll. I'm still pretty good. 6. That will still put my shield in the way.
It fucking puts a great big gouges down your shield. You're like, oh heck.
Jesus.
And then on you, John.
6. Spot on.
Okay.
Oh,
Again, its first claw goes down the shield. Second claw comes up at you, and you've either battered the claw out of the way.
Not pretty.
Slip in the snow and somehow managed to dodge out of the way of it. Parker.
oh, here we go. Can't wait to see this one.
Wait.
Great Bandro.
Wait. Do it!
I cast Brimstone Cascade.
Brimstone Cafe.
Is this an area effect spell?
No,
We all get coffee.
I'm going to try and go for the face because because obviously I want it to be distracted and whatever by the flames. What's the quick? What my minus for the quick? Is it +2 or something? You said right?
For me,
Yeah.
to hit him, his defense is +2.
I did it, but only because of the +2. I would have missed otherwise.
Who
So-
cares? Did it?
So roll your corruption.
Oh yeah. 2 corruption or
Right.
temporary.
Nick starts barking and going crazy. No, sorry.
I was going to say I wanted to change my arrow over, but I don't mind shooting it at something.
6 points of damage. Do.
No damage.
Ah,
You fling your spell at him, and you see the little shards of fire and brimstone burn into its already ripped up, burnt face. Doesn't bat an eyelid.
Help!
Oh,
Help! Help!
At least you got his attention.
Yeah, that's bad.
next round, Nick, you can have your still an action, mate.
I'm swapping arrows. I'm very professionally lowering my aim, putting that arrow back in, taking the other arrow out, and then still waiting for a shot.
Okay. Oh shit.
oh, you can
Yeah,
shoot.
this is
During that
advantage.
battle where he's fighting you two, one of the other Caravaneer guys, Rando, comes stepping in, and this creature just backhands him and rips his head off. And there's just a fountain of blood as the body sort of staggers around for a bit and then just lands back on the floor. So, new round, Nick.
Now I'm waiting. There's still only one of these bastards, isn't there?
It's only one. Ludo is like crawling off on the floor. Like, whoa, fuck, no.
Actually, yeah, a brief moment. I am just going to track Ludo just to make sure he stays in one piece. Because if he starts twisting or something, I'm afraid I'm going to plug him. But okay, fair enough. Otherwise, I'm just waiting.
He's
I'm not going to fire into this
crawling
combat
into one of the wagons.
because it's these two in against a monster, and it's obviously a really.
Steve.
I'm going to whack him again. Get
Whack him
technical.
again.
Yeah, take this again. Oh, I think I missed. Hang on. What was it? +2, you say? +2. I missed. I missed.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
I missed.
obviously because you thought it was going to still be there hitting you two, but that extra attack that it just did has just thrown you off.
Or you might have got distracted by Parker's flamethrower past your ear when you were fighting it.
Or you're too busy watching Ludo's feet. He tries to swim through the snow and get underneath one of the wagons. John.
I've missed.
Oh, no.
Parker's flamethrower. It's thrown you all. It's this burst of fire that's just gone past your ear, and you've gone.
Well, it's in that case it attacks you two again.
Here we go again. Oh, God, it's hard, isn't it? I can't believe that.
-5.
Oh, I used
Quite
my
hard.
pencil dice. That was a mistake. Right,
Oh,
here we go.
because it gets to use its strength instead of its quickness.
Are we ready? I get a 6 again. Same number, same shield.
Your shield is fucking battered.
You and getting shields damaged, eh?
This
Yeah.
time, Steve, you actually see the claws through the shield. John?
6 again. 6 again.
Where's that 6s?
Hmm.
Can you see my 6? I don't know. Oh, it's just,
No,
it's
no,
gone to a
no.
16, but that was.
Oh, Chestnut.
It just rolled down.
Yes, mate, sorry. I'll just take them. I've got to take what I see on the dice, that's your lot. Parker.
I shall summon my wizardly powers and attempt to imbue my hands with flaming.
Go on, Em.
Hit. Corruption. I'm getting 1 point of corruption that time.
I don't want to waste a red arrow on him, but you know.
3 points of damage.
Oh, jeez.
Again, you fling your flames at it, and it just.
As you fling the flames at it, it pulls out a cigarette, sticks it in its mouth, and goes, "Thanks."
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah.
And then goes on ripping the shit out of your mates. Back to you, Nick.
I'm still holding. I'm waiting.
What, where's your arrow you can shoot in the combat?
I'm saving it for something important.
This is important.
No,
The wizard. The wizard.
Oh, you have a melee weapon then?
fuck off. I
Uh,
look like I have a melee weapon.
You're not having an action, Nick.
No, I'm holding it. Basically, I'm
Yeah,
looking
but it's
for
the end of the round.
Hmm?
The end of the round.
Yeah, I know. But basically, you've got two people
Yeah, but
fighting
that's
something
that
in
round.
melee.
Next round, you can then hold again, but it'll still be your action.
Well, basically, I'm putting the arrow down. I'm moving slightly. I'm circling. I'm looking for a shot. That's what I'm doing. And also, I'm keeping an eye on Ludo. So I'm like, you know.
To hear. That's what I like to hear. They're just standing there, like, oh, maybe I can fire now. No. Maybe now.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Of course, the small part of me thinks if he's immune to halbards, arrows probably aren't going to do a whole lot to him either. But there we go.
The very big part of me thinking that. Okay, so back to a new round. Third round. Nick.
Yeah, again, waiting. I
Holding.
need, you know,
Dave.
vote when one of them goes down.
I will whack it. Attempt anyway. Here we go. This time I hit it
Okay.
for 9 points of damage.
Okay, again. Very resistant on the hit. Very resistant. Yeah, it's got its attention now. So, John.
What was the modifiers? Sorry.
+2.
Okay, I hit him.
Okay.
And
Not bad.
Crack
So,
it.
Not bad. Still standing.
Oh no, bloody! Oh shit! It's gonna us. Oh fuck!
But this time the attacks are reversed. It's now the main attack on you, John, and the secondary attack on you, Steve, because you've got its attention a little bit more. So again, -5, gentlemen.
I failed.
Ooh.
Oh, I got my 9. Oh, I am spot on.
Ooh. So it's that sudden quick change in attack that you weren't expecting, John. Claws you. You ready for the damage, mate?
300
No.
damage.
The main attack, 12.
Did you roll your armor?
Roll
He's
your
really-
armor.
Oh, yeah, armor, of course.
Kill me straight out.
3. So 9 points.
9 points of damage. Is that over your pain threshold?
What is my? Yes, it is.
You're on your ass. This
Fuck sake.
has gone raw, clawed at poor Marvello, and Marvello has gone down like a.
I will shoot into the gap.
Okay.
It probably won't do anything, but I'm waiting for a gap. So I did say I was waiting for a gap, and I am using that arrow. So 3. It's not critical, but it's pretty close. So sadly, their idea of an armor piercing arrow isn't my idea of an armor piercing arrow.
Ah!
11 points of damage.
Whoa! Good shot.
It's maxed out, and I got +1. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
That's a really good hit. So it's clawed Marvello. Marvello's just suddenly hit the floor with blood, and this arrow just sort of thuds into a meaty part of its neck, and it does kind of spasm at that. Really good shot.
Do it again.
Vandro.
Here we go.
I don't know how much them armor piercing arrows cost me.
Wow.
I will look under my nails at the accumulation of soot that's gathered there from my flaming spells, and bolstered by the excellent shot that Carlo just did, I shall unleash flaming doom upon this blight thing.
Go on.
So hopefully
Set the arrow on fire.
that's a hit with a 5. So yeah, hits.
Oh, damage.
Yeah, that's some corruption. I'm not casting any more spells today.
Oh, nice.
Have you-
No, you get them back at the end of the scene, remember?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not casting any more spells right now.
Have you hurt it yet?
I don't know yet.
He's too busy worried about the dog.
9 points of damage.
Better result.
Flames just erupt out of your hands, and the beast, this arrow lodged deep into nerves or something, staggers back with this last pitiful scream, howl kind of noise. It just suddenly stops and just turns to ash. Just disappears on the wind.
But the really important thing, does my arrow turn to ash?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. When it turned to ash, there was an instant yay, followed by a shit.
Blimey.
I need to
So
sit
get
down.
the fuck out from that caravan.
There's just feet still struggling because that was literally what 12, 18 seconds.
Get out of that caravan and let the wizard have a look at you.
He
Because if you're going to turn into one of those as well, you're going to die now.
He comes crawling back out. He's pale as fuck. He's like,
We're all pale as fuck.
I knew he was ill, but I didn't know he was that bad.
And you, what about you? Let's have a look at you. Come here. And I'm just now kind of grabbing at him and looking him over and trying to, look down his top, see if he's got any warts or, buboes or anything like that. Giving him a sniff, his eyes, hold them open.
You have which sight?
Nope.
Wow. It looks fine. It does after a while sort of push you away.
Yeah, fine. Perhaps
The dog's not happy.
this man wouldn't be dead if it wasn't for you and him getting up to your things and not telling us the truth. You should have opened up when you had the chance, but no, you got him killed. He's dead because of you.
People die, deal with it. And people are stunned, shocked, and a couple of them start moving that body away.
Now you've made our decision for us.
What?
You've made our decision for us. Secrets, lies, keep them to yourself. Maybe we should let the elves have you.
What's the caravan master doing now? Has he come back out?
Yeah, he's come back out during all the noise, and he is looking shocked as well. And you have got 2 or 3 others going up to him and going,
Actually, it occurs to me somebody ought to go and have a look at Marvello.
Yeah, the medicus, Andro.
Give me a minute. I'm going to
I
go.
forgot about him.
We've got snow and everything everywhere, so I'm going to stick my hands in the snow and steam will rise up because my hands are now so intensely hot, and I'll rub the snow in my hair and cool myself down and take some time out to
Yeah, get on with it.
Yeah,
and then we'll have a look at Marvello.
Okay.
That's a bit nasty. I'll rut around in my pouch and I'll find this.
Someone roll a d6 to see where he's been hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2.
2.
Throat.
Arm.
It's been hitting the binge.
Arm is really messed up. He ain't using his pole arm until he's healed. That's for sure. Messy, very messy.
All right. Let's have a look. I'll pull out of my pouch a thing about the size of a fist, and it's like bandage wrapped up really tightly around something. Smells.
Gun's eyes water.
Smells pretty nasty.
I'm unconscious right now, aren't I?
No,
I got knocked
Huh?
out.
you're conscious. You're just like, ow.
Get off me!
When you do hero toughness, it doesn't mean you're automatically dead. It just means you are dying.
Right. Well, we'll unwrap the bandage from this little thing that I've got, and there's various icons and whatnot scratched into the bandage, and we'll start bandaging him up. Whatever it is, this thing, it smells pretty rank, but don't worry, it's good for you.
What have you got to roll on that, Parky? That's not a spell, is it?
Sorry?
Not a spell, is it?
No, it's just a medicus thing with the power of a herbal cure that I created with my alchemy.
Ooh.
If you get on it, that's not a crit, right? You have to get the 1 to get the crit. Okay. So you get back 6 hit points.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
We'll have to rest, obviously. Try not to run around too much, and I'll have another look at it in the morning. It does smell pretty bad, but it will keep the wound clean. Don't pick at it; it will make it worse.
Augusto points at Varek and Carla. You two watch Ludo. Can I speak with you four?
Indeed.
As you wish.
And you step off to one side. You've proven yourself competent warriors. Now, what do you think we should do?
Ooh. That's tricky. Depends what if matey knew about his friend or not, doesn't it?
But surely, as a knight, you've dealt with situations where
That's what I'm figuring. This sounds like a job for a knight to work out.
Yeah, we kill them all. Yeah, generally. No, I think it matters whether matey knew or not. If he didn't know matey was tainted, then it still stands that he's made a mistake. If he knew he's tainted,
but
then
any of us can be tainted. Your mage, as he's casting those spells, he's becoming tainted as he casts spells.
that's true. That's
But
true.
there's surely shades of taint, isn't there, for
Parker,
you
you
to
just,
become.
you're now.
Hmm?
Parker, you're now.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll take that corruption off. It's only temporary.
I think we say bollocks to the elves.
Well, of course, there is levels of corruption, as you say, shades of grey around it. There are things that he could be mildly corrupted, and people are known to live for some time without showing any negative effects. But
The thing
it's
is,
like,
sorry to interrupt you. The thing is with the Pathfinder, he had a cough. What, yesterday he had a cough, and today he turns into a demon.
Yep.
That came on really quick, didn't it? So he didn't have a cough 3 or 4 days ago.
Right.
He seemed perfectly healthy.
Okay.
So how we've got basically no guarantee that the other one isn't going to turn into one of those in 2 or 3 days' time.
We have no guarantee any one of us is going to turn in 2 or 3 days' time.
I guess not, but they were together and they were both did whatever they did.
Is there a chance that we could become corrupted by having them travel with us?
That's the other thing.
He looks at the wizard at that point.
I'm wondering.
there is a chance that it could spread from person to person. Obviously, it would, like a disease, it would be about distance and, connection. If you spend a lot of time with them, it's more likely to potentially pass. But would have been.
It's one I don't feel comfortable making. And again, he looks at you, Steve.
Well, I don't like anything that puts us at risk. So if we really think he's at risk, we could ask him to leave. That's not the same as handing over to the elves, is it? But it's almost a death sentence in this current climate, isn't it? Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I agree. I don't think we should hand him over the elf. But on the other hand, you say we all might get tainted, but he's a lot more likely to get tainted than any of us, and he's a lot more likely to turn into a demon than any of us. In which case, if he turns back into another demon, they're very difficult to kill, as we've shown. So we don't want that to happen.
I don't think he's going to turn into a demon.
But
Can we check all their equipment now to make sure they're definitely not carrying anything?
Yeah, you can go through their gear and no, they've got nothing special at all.
If he starts coughing tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, well, mind you, in this environment, anyone could cough.
The elves are coming tonight, aren't they? Sundown, was it? Or was it?
The elves are coming at sundown.
Yeah, the elves are coming at sundown.
I would.
Had they been open about everything and shared their thoughts with us ahead of time, I would be more than happy to defend them. But they kept it secret. They lied. They've brought
Secrets, Master Mage. We all keep secrets.
Secrets that could prove doom to the people you travel with. We all have secrets. We all have personal lives. But if you had a secret that brought doom to the people with you, that's hardly fair, is it? Fair on them to say, "Oh well, we'll protect him."
Maybe they didn't know how corrupt they were.
Mm-hmm.
I will meet the elves tomorrow morning, with or without Ludlow.
They'll come tonight, eh?
Tonight.
Yeah,
Tonight.
almost
Tonight.
exactly right, apart from two things.
Tonight.
Ludo, not Ludlow, and they're coming this evening.
Marvello, you're in no fit state to wield a pike, even after my restorative measures.
Who says I'm going to attack anybody? I'll look
Sorry,
a little bit perplexed about it.
But it's what you do.
Forgive my assumption. How impetuous of me.
I think you should tell him that his path ends here. We won't host him over to the elves, but we can't have them around because we don't know what he will do. And to be honest, if it was me, I wouldn't want to be in company. If I thought that I was that corrupted or had the possibility of being that corrupted, I would take myself off on my own.
I don't know. Is it a chance that we'll learn more if he stays? You know,
We might learn how quickly he gets corrupted and how quickly he can turn into a demon, sure, and we might also learn how quickly we can bleed when he kills us.
but he might not turn, might he? This is something we're going to face. The world is full of corruption. This is not the last time we're going to face this dilemma.
No, but here we have no warning. We have absolutely no warning whatsoever. We were lucky in a way that the first guy turned when we were close to our weapons. What if he turns when we're not close to our weapons? He will kill several of us before, this is the thing. We've got no warning. Out there, yes, there are baddies out there. There is corruption out there, but we have a ring. We keep a watch out. We look out for it. We have got warning. We're ready. We have scouts, whatever. But if he turns in here behind us in the middle of the night when we're asleep or something, he can cut a red swathe through this camp. That's the problem.
We could tie him up.
I understand that, but we only have a few hours to decide.
Well, we could tie him up. While we see what happens to him. And then with him tied up, and then we don't give him back to the elves, so we can't have him back, but he's tied up. Yeah. Marvello, what are you planning with the elves?
Well, we need to have a discussion, me and their elves.
You might be going down a bit of a sort of self-deluded fantasy line there, though, mightn't you?
It's
You're
the
gonna
right.
go there and say, what are you going to tell them?
I'm going to tell them the truth. It's the right thing to do.
Or I killed your friend.
It's the right thing to do, but not necessarily the right time or the right place to do it. A better place to do it, for instance, would be when you're a lot further away from them.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. At the end of the day, you killed him. It was a fight. I mean, you're just putting yourself in. Basically, you could be just committing suicide. Couldn't you? You go up to all these elves. Say, oh, by the way, I killed the other one. What do you think elves are going to do? They might kill you.
I sleep.
Over, they might kill us all anyway.
I sleep soundly, knowing that I'm doing the right thing. That's what I'm doing.
It's fair to assume that they summoned this storm, this snow, that it arrived with mysterious voices on the wind, and then they arrive as soon as it finishes.
But it is winter, and the pass is pretty snowy anyway.
But there were voices on the wind. Can elves do that? Can they summon storms?
Anything's possible with magic.
In which case, we should go out and kill them.
One turned into a sort of wolfy thing. What was that wolf called? It was like a weather wolf or something.
A hunger wolf, right?
Hunger wolf.
Hunger wolf. If they can summon storms and they're going to be basically attacking us, then I don't know. Then part of me says if we're not going to hand over Ludo, we should go out and we should kill them before they have a chance to summon any more storms and do any more bad things to us.
Well, they might just accept we're not going to hand him over. Yeah, sorry, we're not going to hand him over. Unless they present a reason why we should. They might say, oh, we've got all this evidence. He wiped out a village full of little elven children or something. We might, well, that's not very nice. But a bit of trespassing hardly carries the death penalty, does it? Unless they're going to slap him on the wrist. Yeah. They need to tell us more. Instead of being arrogant arseholes and saying, give him back to us or else, come and tell us why you want him. We are approachable people. Actually, they might have already tried that, thinking about it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. There's a flaw in that. Yeah, we're not approachable.
We did. We sent our sister to come and talk to you. What happened to her?
Oh,
Yes, that could be that, couldn't it?
That might not work. Yeah, good point.
So we have, in fact, already attacked them. So we offer up Marvello for their justice because he attacked them. Anyway, so what's John playing next week? What have we got a vacancy for?
I think you could probably do with some backup.
A young knight.
Yeah.
An apprentice.
I wonder if Ludo has anything to say about this. I mean, it's surely now at this point it's up to them to convince us otherwise. I mean, if it was if the shoe was on the other foot.
my problem is can we just, in all good conscience, hand over one of a human to an elf?
No, but then say to Ludo, look, they're not coming till sundown. You've got plenty of time. You're a pathfinder. If anybody can lose them, you can. Here's some food. Here's some water. Good luck.
I think we also have to be careful not to fall into romanticism about elves. This is a dark place, so I probably don't. We probably don't particularly rate other people unless you're a human. I probably don't even trust you really. So why should I put a human above an elf? It's all very lovely elves, but
They're not. In this game, elves aren't lovely.
that's what I'm saying. It's a dark world.
But people aren't lovely either.
But it's a dark world, so why should we give them? I just don't like being dictated to else. I mean, if they turn up with 500 of them, we may have no choice. There's no point dying a stupid death.
And honour of not handing one of our own over to the elves is one thing, but pragmatism is another. If it gets us all killed, what's the good of it?
Yeah, well, let's see how many turn up then. If they turn up as 499, we don't give them over. 500, we let them have him. See what sort of numbers we're facing. After they've executed Marvello in front of us, cut his head off. He'll look good in the film.
All right, let's try and get some food before they get here.
Good idea.
Good idea.
I don't want to eat the rabbits.
Oh yeah, they brought those rabbits in, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Carla's like midway. She's been plucking them. She's been skinning them and prepping. She's like,
good. I'm gonna have some.
And there's a fucking evil look that comes through her mask at you. Please. And she's like, what?
You know how something that shortly after bringing the rabbits in turned into a demon? If it's all the same with you, I'm not hungry. You make soup for whoever wants to eat it, but I don't particularly want to eat them rabbits.
What could be wrong with the rabbits though? It's all food, isn't it?
She just sort of and carries on, throws them in and starts prepping some rabbit soup or something.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, I'll have it. Yeah. I know the Vandro was going on early on about some sort of it's how you catch a disease or something, but I have no idea what's bollocks.
Oh, we'll find out, won't we? It's all good, experimenting and all that.
Exactly. We all know you catch disease because the old lady across the road looked at you nastily and made a sign of fucking something other. You know, God knows what he was talking about.
I've got some whey bread I was saving for a rainy day.
And this happens to be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A snowy day.
A couple of hours later, snow still trickles down.
Yeah. 500 elves turn up.
Why? Look at all these elves.
Sounds like a train.
Please do.
Just the two of them. The one that was doing all the talking is riding a massive elk, and the other one
It's an elf.
is just sort of stomping along next to it.
This stomping, mate. I don't know what this guy is. He's a stomper. He's so good. He's troublesome.
And this
Right.
time they get just outside of bow shot, and the one on the elk gets off of it, and they both carry on walking.
Let's go out and meet him.
Yeah, I think Marvello's
Everyone looks, and Marvello starts stomping out on his own.
I'll walk out with
We had
Marvello.
better go with him, the famous four.
No.
That means you as well, Vandro.
Yeah.
To Bus Sunshine, in you go.
Oh, hang on, I'm not. We got a bloody dog as well, so we are the famous five.
It's not called fucking Timmy, all right?
Or whatever.
Is that Timmy? Someone stuck down a well.
Yeah.
Someone's turned into a giant demon.
Okay, so you come face to face with the elves. As I said, it's the one with the taller one has a bow, 2 quivers on his back. He just nods. I am Godrai.
Godrai.
That is Sarenri. And this other one is, he hasn't got any weapons.
Uh-oh. Some sort of loony.
And he's just, he looks, he's buff. He's just standing there, sort of glaring at you.
Hello, I'm a wizard.
We don't care.
Fuck's sake. No, nor do I, actually.
Give us the 2 we've come for.
One's already dead.
How?
He turned into... Something came out of him.
Corruption.
Lightborn.
Hmm.
Indeed.
Now you will give us the other.
In the meantime, Marvello.
The other elf is
As part of a tale that we need to tell you to pass on maybe to some other of your kin.
Uh-oh. I'm not standing really close to Marvello. He is me buddy and all that, and I will fight with him, but I'm not standing immediately by the side of him.
group is here, and then all of a sudden Marvello starts speaking, and everyone goes that away.
Just free up a bit of space for fighting, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Choose your words carefully, human.
I will give you the truth. Now, that might be bittersweet or sweet or make you angry, but I will give you the truth. So yesterday, we were met by a pack of wolves, a large pack. They were talking to the pathfinders. And during that time, there was a fight.
They killed her. I told you it was humans.
I fought somebody, a wolf, and then later it turned out to be an elf. And I buried that elf in my own hands, and I regret it. It brought me great sadness. But I will not shy away from something that I did.
The angry elf is, as I said, he's twitching, and as you're watching, you can see fur beginning to appear on his arms, and he's just scowling. Godrai sort of, our sister knew the risks. Thank you. She knew the risks. Now hand him over, and you can go on your way.
We can't hand him over just for on your say-so. We need to know why you want him or what you say he's done.
He's Blightborn. He is cursed. He stole from the forest. Now you give him to
him. Steal, and why do you own the forest?
More fur.
So I'm going to turn around slowly and start walking back to the camp.
These lands have been graced to you. Do not make us go back on that. Give us the human, and you can go in peace.
What did he steal?
It doesn't matter what was stolen. He stole from the forest. We're here to claim vengeance and retribution. You hand him over. You've already killed our sister.
I'm collecting somebody, Straw.
What? What? Oh, no, I'm not going. No, I'm not going out there. They'll kill me. No.
Don't do something stupid, Marvello, because I don't want to
You're
fight.
not there. You can't say this to him.
No, we can't. We're watching. This is interesting. I'm just thinking, well, John took one of these wolves out. I don't think they're hard. I'm sure he could take the other one out if it turns. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
I will ask one more time.
Have you any way of telling whether somebody is on the road to being Blightborn, whether they've already arrived? Can you tell that by looking at them?
They've arrived. They have already turned. You don't.
But you can tell this.
We are elves. Of course we can.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I hunt abominations. So,
Don't do this. Don't hand me over, please. Marvello, come on, don't hand me over. You lot could hear a little commotion behind, and Marvello dragging Ludo. Ludo's been tied up, and he's trying to like stumble away, but Marvello's just dragging him.
What are you up to, Marvello?
Looks like one of you humans has got some sense.
I'm just following my instincts.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't follow your bloody instincts.
No,
yeah.
Cut his bonds.
He's like, oh. No, I'm not having this. Pyros, I'm not having it. And he starts running. To which Saren Ree sort of looks at Godray, and Godray like, and he just snarls at you, turns, and as he turns, he just turns into this fucking great bear. Ooh. And just lunges after Ludo. He's on Ludo in 2 steps and just opens his mouth and sinks his teeth into the shoulder and picks him up. And Ludo's like, no, please, God, no, please, don't let him take me. And it snarls, turns around and starts walking off with Ludo still screaming. You've done the right thing.
Doesn't feel like it.
Now, may your journey be peaceful. And he turns around and he starts walking off. No, please, no.
Has he stopped now?
The screaming stopped.
Okay. I was going to use that Parker's arrow on him. I was actually thinking of that. I thought I'll just, but no, okay, he stopped. Fine.
Augusto's like, well, I wasn't quite
No,
expecting.
no.
What I was expecting.
I don't think there was much of a choice. That seemed
It seems the choice
the
was made for us.
right thing to do.
Was it right thing, wrong thing? Once again, the choice has been made for us.
Yeah, I would have just kicked him out and told him to make his own way. But fair enough, he's dead now. I don't know. I'm not sure that was the right thing either.
I did it for 2 reasons. One, to protect the rest of the people in the camp. And secondly, if they could forgive me for killing their sister, then them still wanting him would tell me that there was more evilness in him than we understand.
There's a snort of derision from one of the barbarians.
It's an excellent point, Marvello. You're right.
And also,
not blame you for a fight that happened.
and also, Augustus here can claim that he had nothing to do with it because, like he knows, I'm not employed by him.
You just handed the bloke over to the elves.
And he's dead.
Now he's dead.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
But was it a need? We could have killed the elves.
Did we?
Well, maybe. I don't know. We never find out, will we? I mean, I don't want to find out. But we did. I'm worried Marbello keeps trampling over my honour. You know, at least give me a fucking chance to...
It is wrong in that if that was what you were going to do, you should have told us, because I was under the impression we were going to do something different. And I thought we'd all spoken about it and we'd all put in our sixpence and we'd come to a decision.
The hunter speaks wise words.
And then all of a sudden you've just gone, no, fuck it, we'll do this instead. And I understand why you've done it. And it does sort of make sense, although I don't think it was the right thing to do.
I always thought impetuous was a trait of the youth.
True, this is true. I mean, someone did say Marvella would solve most of our problems for us by being impetuous.
I think someone said he would make all of the problems because he's impetuous.
Yeah.
I had to bury that elf with my own hands, and this is returning and cleansing my sin, so I can.
Yeah, okay, but also a fight happened. A fight happened because you attacked the wolf. That was you being impetuous. You didn't need to attack the wolf. The wolf wasn't attacking anything else. You attacked the wolf. The wolf defended itself. You killed the wolf.
I'm paying the price.
That wasn't a fight that happened. You killed the wolf.
You didn't pay the price. The bloke you just gave him to and who's now dead, he paid the price.
I'm paying the responsibility of it.
So you're responsible for his death. What are you going to do? Go back up to his family. You handed him over to the elves because you felt guilty about killing one of the elves. That's not, you know, there's no space for that. No. It's just, you've got to be very...
It's a dangerous precedent, Marvello. If we talk about something and then you do something else, that can be dangerous.
I have to go with my instincts.
Well, at least they are coming from a right. This is a positive. You mean well.
I was expecting to face them and to either be fighting them or to be killed, and I didn't. I was forgiven, and that's my instincts was to then repay that back.
Also, you're assuming that they've forgiven you. The one who turned into a bear, I don't think he's the forgiving type, so I would not run into him again.
It's a different day.
We
At
did
least
pay
your
back
arm will be better next time.
You paid it back with the other bloke's life. Isn't it? Yeah. So you much to think about.
Yeah.
But you're all, well, Gad and Marvello, you're both warriors. Essentially, you're always paying with someone else's life.
I know.
If they attack you and you kill them,
I got past the sentiment of burying my enemies and then feeling sorry for them and you know, having to make up to them. At the end of the day, that's just life. You know, we buried so many people, it's unbelievable. You know.
Some of them were your friends.
Yeah, friends, family.
Yes. Sometimes family and friends and soldiers you don't even get to bury, though. You just see them rise up again and march off.
Exactly. So,
yeah. So anybody's connected to corruption to me in any way forfeits their life.
What's your next
And
character?
I'm gonna
just that when he says that, I am actually going to look at Vandro in a sort of slightly concerned way, and then I'm going to go, okay, fair enough.
yeah, you may have to meditate. Some of you may have to give some thoughts about this corruption thing. You know, because there's a lot of it about. Yeah.
Only going to get worse.
Yeah, it can only get worse. Yeah. It might be a good idea to start just pulling up a little bit from the hate of corruption. You know, the final stages of corruption, but the early stages, you know.
Well, the early stages we can't detect. This is my problem. I can't detect it. So you know, I can only go after the abomination stages, which is what I've done.
The early stages is almost a test of character. Well,
yeah, no, I've no problem with the wizard explains what he does, and he's explained it to my satisfaction, and that's good. And I appreciate that he took the time to explain it to me. So, you know, I haven't any problems with it. Obviously, there may come a time, but there may come a time with anybody when they get corrupted. So,
yes.
So, Ludo and Bellin, they didn't even have magic cast. They don't, you know, they picked up a thing as far as we can tell.
And it's scary because I picked up nothing from them, and I've got to get better at that. I have to train in that.
Well, what's done is done.
I think I'll not leave the camp, but I will leave them alone for a little while. They need space for me, so I get that.
We need some now.
He spends a lot of time on his own thinking about things, doesn't he?
I've got my pipe and the thing. I'll do a bit of guard duty or something. I'll just give them a little space.
Be a pathfinder because we're 2 down now.
I'll turn up for dinner.
Yeah.
The rabbit, obviously.
Yep.
Okay, so
Has the weather got better now? The elves aren't angry with us.
Yes, it has.
Fancy.
So
It's such a shame that they're so ethereal and don't want to talk, because they could be so much to learn from them. They, you know, having the ability to change the weather. If you can make it snow, one assumes you can make the weather more favourable to travel. That would be most useful as a
It would be, yeah. How good would that be, having somebody with you who could make sure that, you know, you didn't get hit by storms and also, on boats. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Mm. It takes another 2 days of the caravan struggling across the snowy plateau. But then you go up through the final pass, and then you get a fantastic view of the lands that stretch out before you. Below in the distance lays Yandros, a grand capital city of Ambria, towering over a farmland covered in swaying fields and pierced by glittering rivers. Here and there are patches of forest burning in yellows and reds. The patches become more frequent and grow bigger and bigger the further the gaze wanders north. And somewhere far away, the trees gain mastery over the lowlands. Trees that together make up the dark and mythic forests of Davokar. It's probably only your knowledge of its existence that makes you imagine seeing the red flame of Thistlehold's beacon located at the forest edge. Or Karvosti, the plateau ruled by witches and barbarian warriors. It can't be seen because it lies deep in the woods. The same also goes for the haunted ruins of old Symbaroum. That's likely for the best though, since the ruins are said to be monstrously beautiful, almost hypnotic in their overgrown splendor. Weary faces are gleaming with sweat in the chilly mountain air. Steamy clouds fume from mouths and muzzles alike, but despite the fatigue and cold, the eyes of the travelers shine as bright as pinnacles on the Queen's palace. The promised land is waiting for you to arrive.
Wow.
As you carry on down the path, the first thing that you get to is a place called Prios Pass. Now that is a place that looks like, ta-da! That.
What's that big thing on the left then?
What big thing on the left?
Castle or something, is it?
Hold on, let me just get this up and running.
Oh, someone nicked it.
It's gone, isn't it? It's bloody been nicked. Share.
I was going to say it's an island.
No, that's the town. Where you have to go, unfortunately, is here. This is the refugee camp.
Right.
Because you don't get to pass into what this is now. This is Prios past the town itself.
Yep.
And then once you get across here, that's the lands of Ambria.
Ah.
But to do that, you've got to prove yourselves worthy, and you have to speak to the proper people to give you your passes and everything to get through. As you arrive at the camp, there you see a couple of rangers come up to the group, and they're like, "Travelers, you look weary. It's been a long road."
Yes,
Aye, many things have happened. It's been a eventful journey, but we are here, and we see the new lands before us.
Things are getting better.
It is indeed. If you pitch your tents, we'll take you to somewhere we can pitch your tents. We'll point you out to the soup kitchens, and then hopefully tomorrow morning, if you arrive at the central watchtower, we'll pass that on the way. I'll point out to you. If you get there, hopefully someone will eventually be able to come and talk to you.
Lovely.
So,
the representative of the Ordo Magica I could speak to.
in this camp, not in this camp, no.
Oh, okay.
In the town there is.
Ah, good. I'm sure I'll find my way there eventually.
Well, let's hope so. Otherwise, you're not.
How like this refugee camp? I'm noticing all those little dots. Are they all tents and stuff?
Yep.
So there's a lot of people here who haven't pushed through yet.
It takes time to get things sorted. So your camp is here.
Oh.
Okay. That is a watchtower. That is a watchtower with an extra annex built on the side of it. This is a watchtower. Soup kitchens are located here and here.
Fair enough.
You're
One
allowed.
already left.
Okay?
The Marvello has already joined the queue for the soup kitchen.
You are entitled, whilst you're in this camp, to 2 meals a day.
Organised.
There is alcohol, but you're gonna have to pay extra for that.
Mm.
So set your camp. I'll inform the Queen of the commander of the Rangers that another group has arrived. And as I said, tomorrow morning, head for the central watchtower.
Thank you for your help. Well met.
Are we still beholden to Augusta? Where are we trying to get?
Yeah, when does Augusto, is he still employing us?
Well, we're
But
through.
if so, when do we get paid?
Yeah.
You've been paid. Once you set up the wagons and your little camp,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sort of, well, technically, your job is done. But you can camp with us. It's not a problem. And hopefully, if you get to go through, then we can go through together. If that's what you wish, you know, I've come to respect you. It's, if you wish to travel with me some more, then I will not disagree to it.
We shall camp as friends, not as employees.
Indeed. So I believe I owe you some money, and he gives you the money that you are due.
How many days did we have with him then?
That's what I was wondering.
1, 2, 3, about 5.
5.
5. Okay.
It was one thingy a day or whatever for most of us, wasn't it?
No, I was only on a half. I was on 5 shillings a day.
Mm-hmm.
I fact I did more work than everybody else, but hey, you know, there's such as the want of being a hunter
Bad one.
and using expensive arrows.
That's your own bloody fault. Medicus
One
was on
day's
one-
work that was.
Medicus was on one thingy.
One Thalos or whatever they're called.
No, Ortega.
No, not on Ortega. He's on Talia, whatever you fucking pronounce it.
Tyler.
Tala, yeah. He's on 1. The knight was on 2. The sellsword didn't want anything, and the ranger was on 5 shillings.
Yeah. Tight bastard.
So the others that were in the group, you know, they come and say their farewells kind of thing, and hope to see you beyond in your new lands.
Do they know anything about what's supposed to happen here? Has anyone done this before?
Oh yeah, what's the name? Carla has.
Go on then. What do we do? Is it a test?
Good question.
Well, you go to the litigation people. They're actually based in the town, but they come out to that annex and they will ask you questions and just to see whether you're worthy of being Ambrian citizens. And if you are, then at some point you'll be issued with papers, and your names will be entered into the register, and you'll be allowed to go into that town, and then you can be ferried across the river into your new domain. If you're not, well, it's probably best not to think of.
But this is surely the whole reason we left our blighted lands was that we are Ambrian citizens. This is the whole point of our travel. Why are people being?
You're not. That's just it. You're not Ambrian citizens. Not yet. Not till you've proved your worth or you've answered the questions correctly. Your original lands weren't called Ambria, my friend. That's Ambria, and she's pointing beyond the town.
Oh well, still, I'm sure it'll be worth it when we get there.
Well, I wish you good journeys. You know, but I'll cook one last meal. I'm cooking one last meal at the wagons. So
Good.
come along to that. I've managed to get. I've got some of the soup already from the soup kitchens. So we'll have one last meal together.
Most kind.
And actually nods and heads back over.
I'm going to make sure, because obviously it's been a couple of days since we were in that fight, so I'm just going to do another couple of healings on John. I won't be necessarily using the same thing, so we'll see how many points you get back.
Oh, I don't even know how healing works.
The first day, that's the fail. Yeah, you need to stop
Yes,
moving
Parker.
around.
Store doesn't know how healing works. The first day you get back 12 hit points. Well done.
And then
I took 9 points, and that was one over my pain threshold, and then I got 6 points back. So
you're looking good.
So elementary maths tells
Three.
us you're 3 points down.
3 whatever.
The first day, clearly you're stop walking around, stop moving it. You need to hold it in place.
I had it here.
Just for later references, healing happens naturally or by the use of magic. Blah 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 blah. Natural healing happens at the rate of 1 point of toughness per day.
Okay.
Alchemical herbs, etc., can heal 1 point of toughness immediately. Medicus ability heals D1D4, and magical powers. Blah 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 blah.
And the next day, good. You've let it set properly. Okay, and you get 3 hit points back.
So all good.
Well, he would have had two. He would have got 2 hit points back naturally over the last 2 days of getting across the plateau. So yeah, he's fine. Bit sore, bit of a scar, but then again,
I'll practice and do some lunges. There's some technique ones that I'll be doing just to.
There's probably some people you can go and kill because they look the wrong, whatever.
Thrusts.
it's pretty grotty. To be fair, you weren't quite expecting this. You were expecting just to walk into the kingdom and it would be there. But no, the refugee camp was a bit unexpected.
And the worrying thing is, the people who are here, who are fellow refugees, presumably they're either unlucky or they're bad.
Let's have a little walk around. Let's have a little walk about. I mean, we can go as
a bit of a cautious one, I feel, because you're sort of thinking, so these are the people who didn't pass.
Well, surely most of them have only just arrived, right?
What last day, within the day? I can't see it.
These things take time. Surely they won't have been much longer than a week, I'm sure.
Well, we will see, I guess. It's a bit of a worry, though.
So you can have a wander around. There are, you've kind of got not proper merchant shops or anything, but you've got people that are like, we're going to buy a rug, that kind of thing. But that said, you've got watchtower, and the 2 soup kitchens. This river looks bloody cold. But yes, that is is it a fortress? I can't remember. I don't think it's a fortress. Let me just have a quick fucking look-see. It might be a church, maybe.
It looks more like a church, doesn't it?
Here we go. Right, so no, it is a keep. So this is a keep. You hear tales amongst all the refugees about, if we ever do get to go through, we're all going straight to the Golden Swan, which is there. The garrison that you've heard that people say there's a garrison about there. And just if there's anything else you'll know, or the Sun Temple is there, so you'll get to see that Sun Temple. And about there, there is the Tower of the Audio Magica.
Excellent. I shall endeavour to speak to those folks as soon as is humanly possible. But we have to get past the first.
We have to remember that presumably Balthalon is ready to go through because his master's sent for him, and he does owe us rather a huge favour, so he can at least speak up for us.
Bartolom's like, well, I can try, but it's a case of, it's on your credentials about getting in, not or hearsay or anything.
No, I know it's not hearsay, but the fact is that we saved your magical gemstone, which otherwise would have gone to a load of bandits, which would be to the detriment of your master. So we've already done a favour to somebody who's gone through.
Well,
and it was a favour that we didn't expect to be recompensed for. In fact, we weren't recompensed for, so it was a free favour. So it just should show the sort of people we are, that we do a favour like that for artists, didn't it?
Yeah, but you shouldn't be telling me that, should you?
Well, I don't know. I thought your master might be. Oh well, fair enough. Might be appreciated.
My master's still back in the old lands. I'm taking this item to someone in Thistlehold.
Okay.
I want to live in Thistle Close. It sounds nice.
It's not, trust me. I used to live there.
No, I don't think it is.
So you could have said you can have a wander around. It's a lot of tents. And some of it does look like it's been here for quite a while.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Are we seeing like people who are, moving forward to new lands? People are like looking all positive and ready to go, or are people like fucking stuck here? Don't know why, but
It's weird because it's like the closer you are to the watchtowers, the happier people are looking.
I bet.
We might get somebody might try and rob us tonight.
And the closer you are to the soup kitchens, the fuller your belly looks. But yeah,
Our camp seems to be a little away from.
Quite a long way away from the soup kitchen.
That's concerning.
reason for
Still,
that. Carry on.
just means an early rise. I'm sure. Make
Yes,
sure.
I think probably the earlier the better. Although I'm sure that everybody will be thinking that.
Well, I think we're better off than we were. So
We are indeed. We've moved on from our old blighted lands to this new place. I'm sure that we'll make our way through. We're all skilled at something. And I suppose
Well, it just seems that we've done a big favour for Bartholon and his master. We've done a big favour for Augusto by killing that demon.
that was our job.
but we are good. We were good at our job.
Yeah.
That is a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, they might not. At least we know they'll put in good words for us. I don't know how much of a difference it will make. I suppose anyone can put in good words for anyone. You say something nice about me, I'll say something nice about you.
But you presume
probably-
that the people who listen to them have some ways of knowing of lies or such, because otherwise everyone's going to lie, aren't they? They must have a way of finding out lies and such. Otherwise, they'd have let all these people through.
It's true.
Because nobody's going to go up to them and say, "To be honest, I wouldn't let me in because I'm a gentleman of low moral values."
Well, I wouldn't put it past Marvello saying something along those sort of lines. To be honest with you,
Why?
because you just speak the truth. So I can't. I'm sure if there's something negative, you'd be quite happy to say, "Well, I'm really good at this," but such is your way.
Got nothing to fear, have I? So I say what I think.
I'm grateful to be with a man of honour who speaks his mind and is honest.
It is a rarity.
It's true.
I think it's because I've come from a privileged background, and it's part of my shame, but part of the reality, isn't it?
Well, it is because, we all know where we were growing up, there were things that may have been true, but you wouldn't have said them, or not out loud. You'd have thought them, but you wouldn't have said them.
I've always had the freedom to say the things I should wanted to say.
Well, that's because your father owned most of the area around,
Exactly.
whereas I haven't, because there have been times when there have been injustices, and if you say something about them, you don't, the injustice doesn't go away. You just get whipped or something. So I guess you learn differently.
Still, we shouldn't really be, begrudging our pasts when we've got this whole future to look forward to. These new lands, these Ambrian lands, as such as they are, new opportunities, a whole new life for us all.
Before we get on to that, that's a pause point in the game. That's basically the intro.
Yes,
game.
please, now.
So you now get. How well do I think you have done, all in all? Well, apart from Steve wanting to just hit it or whack it, I'm going to give you all
17,000
experience points.
There again.
15 experience points.
Oh, almost right.
That's a lot of experience points.
It is.
25.
That's a huge amount of experience points.
Is there a place for that? Oh yeah, there is.
Experience.
Yeah, that bit. That'll be the one.
You can spend them while you are here, if you wish.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But obviously, it's a case of how and what and if.
How does one? I mean, I know the mechanics of the rules of spending them, but let's imagine there is ability juggling. Can I just suddenly I can juggle, or do I have to find a juggler?
Find a juggler.
Find a juggler, right?
I mean, if you say you've been practicing juggling on your own for the
Yeah.
last however long, but you'd have to say that
I mean,
before.
Parker can't just suddenly go, "Oh, I'm going to learn this spell," unless he knows a mage.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that. I mean, what about? I don't know. I can't think what it is. I don't think.
Do you? Oh, well, there you go.
I think a new level only costs about how much is it? Oh, I can't remember.
If you want a new skill, it costs you 10. If you want to go from novice to adept, it's 20. If you want to go from adept to master, it's 30.
Oh yes, yeah. A new skill is buyable. Yeah.
And I'm guessing you can't put stats up. Like
You
vigilant.
can actually.
Yeah, there's an ability.
Oh yeah, there is an ability that allows you to put a stat up. What is
+1, +2, +3 in it. So +3 is going to cost you 10.
Oh, okay. So you have to do it that way round.
exceptional attribute?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Yes.
But that can only be used by warriors, mystics, and rogues.
Everybody.
That's us, isn't it?
Yeah, but there are other. They did bring in other, like a proper hunter class, apparently.
I don't know. Warrior, Mystic, and Rogue. I didn't bother with the advanced book because I thought it's the first time I played it, so I'll stick to the basic book.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, there's only one thing I need.
A more reliable second in command, I would say.
Do we have a second in command?
Yeah, of course, it's Marvello.
I didn't even know we had a first person in command.
Oh, and Glorious Knight is in
We were
command.
skipping that. But Marvello is.
Well, I'm an advisor or something like that, right? That way you can get alongside and be like, yeah, I'm important when I need to be, or oh no, I'm not you. You are the one who makes the decisions, of course. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'll do exactly what the knight wants me to do if I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, you love them.
I'll do what the knight wants me to do if it's a good idea.
Are you, Straw, are you happy for me to sort my boons and my burdens out? Because I didn't do it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll just do one.
Yeah.
Where have they gone?
To save mine until I can actually speak to a person of, magical stuff, so I can learn stuff rather than just
Wizard over there. He's a proper wizard.
hello.
Actually, what spells has he got?
Abilities.
Oh yeah, maybe that could be, as we discuss things, we could share knowledge and whatnot.
See what he's got. Because
Their knowledge.
these sort of bits you could pick up, and you're around the fire and that sort of thing.
I'll show you mine, you show me yours, kind of thing.
Yeah. Where are you? You're not there. You're not there. Bartolom. Wow, he's not much different to you, Park. He's got alchemy, beast law, brimstone cascade, medicus, wizardry.
Oh. What spells can you do? I can do Brimstone Cascade. I can do Brimstone Cascade as well.
What else can you do? Nothing.
That's about it. Okay.
Oh.
I would teach you the spell that you already know, but
Can you put up a level, Park? I know you can't afford that yet, can you? Of course you can't.
no, I need to go up. Put something else up.
Well, clearly, what I have to do is I don't need to save my points. I just need to find the right opportunity.
Yeah.
Looking at it, I don't want witch sight at more than novice anyway, because once you start getting adept, I don't want to be that clever. And also, once you start getting adept, you take more corruption on yourself. So novice is fine. So that's my goal. Is I've been told several times that there is something that will help me see this. So that's what I'm going to go and look for.
Yeah.
Well, that saves me getting it. I was looking at getting it as well, but I won't bother if you're
You
getting
don't want to, matey, because as I said, you pick up corruption every time you use it.
it. Yeah, I've already got enough ways of getting corruption.
And yeah, you want to save your corruption for actually doing your spell. You don't want to get it just for looking at somebody.
Yeah, if you do a vigilant versus discreet and attempt to see
Also, my
the
vigilant is
shadow of the creature. So yes, you'll be able to see corruption.
Yes, that's
my
my
vigilant is mediocre at best. So
Oh, Steve is just an arm. Ah!
all right. Whew.
I'm saving my points for 20 straw, so I'm gonna go for adept. So
You're going to take impetuous at adept rather than just at novice. I thought you've already got impetuous at master.
no, I've got impulsive.
What's that at? Master +1?
No, it means I have to be impulsive.
You do have to be impulsive.
Yeah.
It is funny though. Let's all sit down and thrash out an idea. Right, we've all thrashed out our idea. Oh, there goes Marvello.
Oh, now
Wasn't he there when we all sat down and thrashed out the idea?
It'll never be boring.
No, there is that.
Things will get done.
Yeah.
Well, they do get done. It
No,
doesn't.
you can't wave. It doesn't work.
I can come in here and wait.
No,
I spent my character's probably spent a long time with lots and lots of farmers and peasants around him, making tough decisions that upset a lot of them. It's just you just have to do it. You have to make a decision sometimes,
You do, but remember, you're not surrounded by peasants and farmers anymore.
aren't I?
No.
Oh.
You've lost everything that you once had.
We'll make,
Yes, I have.
we need to make that.
to be fair,
I've lost everything.
there probably are a lot of peasants and such like in the refugee camp.
there
Yeah,
are.
they probably are, and they probably don't need to be reminded about how he used to own all their land.
Now, there's no one here that you know. Well, not, as you've been
Oh,
sitting around,
should be.
you haven't seen
all
anyone.
dead.
You know, but as I said, some of them look like they've been here for a while.
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, but right. Anyway, we've got nothing to hide. We're good people. We've done good things, and we're right thinking people. We're the sort of people that they want, so we should be fine.
We're great. Can I learn feat of strength at novice level?
Can I teach him?
Well,
Yes.
we're being hardy, isn't it?
Yes, you can.
Well, it's about doing this,
There's some arm
and
wrestling
doing
going on.
this,
Yes.
pushing and pulling.
Push it over. I'm trying. I'm not strong enough. Keep trying to push it.
Carrying me this far. Run, run, run.
Weird things go on that night between the two fighting peoples.
Be stronger.
Yeah,
Think
you can,
about being stronger.
yeah, John could have been teaching you that for the last
Yeah.
thing. So yeah, you can have that.
Well, that's really.
We need a
That's
we need a rock
really neat.
montage. That's what we need.
It's take the punch in the chest.
I should have to note that down to put some extra stickers into my book.
I have all the skills I need. Just got to build on them.
Da, 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 da. A rock montage as he's lifting things and pushing things and
Yeah, there is a
So
rock. Yeah.
two of you have got a couple of new things, and two of you haven't. That's all good in the fucking hood. It's a kind of weird evening meal around the fire, because this will be the last time you see some of these people. But you leave as friends mostly, which is fine.
Mhm.
So,
I loved your cooking.
oh, well, thank you. So next morning, it's weird waking up and thinking the mountains are behind you, because they've been in front of you. They've been like the focus of your goal for like the last, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. It's just get to the mountains, get over the mountains, just mountains over. All good. And now you're here, almost in Ambria. You hear a bell ringing somewhere.
We would have got up pretty early.
Yeah.
Well, they're all going to get up pretty early. I've woken up pretty early because I do that, and they are all waking up pretty early. Look, it's morning. Get up.
Get the fuck.
oh yes, indeed, food.
Technically, there's a bit of light over there. That means it's morning.
What was I looking?
Oh yeah, I'm used to it. I'll get up early. I'm always told to get up early and start the fires and do all the things.
And I said, bell. You hear a bell ringing, and you see in the distance the gate to the town opens, and people start heading this way.
Let's walk over towards the thing.
Central Watchtower.
Yep.
Right, you get there, and there's a couple of rangers up on the tower, and there's one ranger captain standing at the foot of the tower trying to get people into line, and she is being very vocal about it. Very vocal. And you see that all the rangers are wearing little special little pins. They are all Queen's Rangers.
Oh,
No, get in line. I don't care how many times you've done this. You know how to get in line. Get in line.
We'll get in line.
yeah, line, be good.
Wow. About an hour. You'll finally sort of, are you all together?
Yes.
Yes.
Fine.
Right,
Yes, indeed.
in you go, in you go. And she basically just shoves you in. And
Thank you.
there's a couple of women sitting there, all in pristine robes and everything.
Mhm.
And now, we haven't seen you, have we? Who are you?
Hello, I'm a wizard. My name is Vandro.
Andro.
My name is Vandro, and I shall take out my Ordo Magica medallion. Yes, I was apprenticed to Master Beric. I've trained in the arts of medicus and alchemy and magical prowess. I trust I will be allowed to pass through so I can speak with my master, who I believe is in the capital city.
Scribbles down some notes onto a piece of paper and sort of shows the other woman. Sort of, very well. Next.
I'm going to wait for the knight because he's our leader. So I'm going to, in fact, look at him.
Oh, thank you. I am Gadaho, the knight. I seek entrance to the lands beyond so that I can find service, high adventure, and die with honour.
High adventure. Die with honor.
Let's all look at Marbello.
I am of Ilis Stormwall. I am the last surviving member of the 58th Regiment of Foot, which was my father's regiment. He raised it. I had land. My father was a landed gentry.
And what will you be bringing?
My experience. I can soldier. I can command. I have currency.
And I am Carlo, and I'm a hunter. My father trained me to hunt beasts and abominations, and I do that. I am hoping to get better at it with experience, but already I know what to see, and where I look, my arrow hits.
Okay, very well.
Don't call us.
Pardon?
Did she say don't call us?
No, all of your. If you have anything else you wish to add now.
Well, we've travelled here with a group of merchants and other adventurers, and on the course of that, we have killed bandits. We have fought away an undead bandit leader, although he managed to flee with his life. We have killed an abomination that came from out of a body of a pathfinder. We have traded with elves. We are experienced in many things now. It was an interesting journey, and anyone who was on our caravan will speak of us and of what we did on it. We feel we acquitted ourselves well, and we've picked up some new and valuable experience which will help us in the future.
Indeed, our Gasto, the merchant, is the man who was in charge of our party. So I'm sure if you speak with him, he will give us glowing recommendations.
Very well. That's one thing that we will look into. Thank you. We will find you in the camp at some point and give you an answer.
Ladies,
Thank you very much for your time.
wow,
Hey, Prios lays his son upon you.
indeed.
Mhm.
All right, turn around. So,
You come out just as the what that ranger captain woman is kicking some young lad up the arse and like, just go on, I'm sick of seeing you, go on, get out. That was quick.
Quick.
Let us hope that's a good sign.
Yes.
So you four together, where are you camped?
Just over there by the thing, there's a yellow jobby and some blue ones. We're over by that.
The yellow jobby.
We
Tent.
camped the yellow jobby. Yeah, great.
The big yellow tent. We're over by that.
Okay, I'll remember that. Go on, sling your hook.
I will keep an eye. I will look at that because I'm thinking Queen's Ranger. That could be something. I could be there. Yeah, I could do that. I'm not going to say that to her, but I'm just thinking that.
Well, better than you. Yeah.
No, I'm not thinking I'm better than her because she's a captain. She's obviously better than me at the moment.
But one day she'll be dead.
And so will you.
Yeah, of course. Nobody lives forever unless they're tainted, in which case they don't want to be living forever.
Well, they might want to live forever. They're just not going to get the chance.
Nope.
Where's me? Okay, so back at your.
So how do we think? I don't know. I mean, you know, we were truthful, we were honest, but surely everyone who comes in says, "I'm brilliant, take me."
Yeah, but not everyone has the look in their eye that they're speaking the truth.
I guess.
You know, if they can say, "Oh, they haven't been through what we've been through." I mean, you know, Sir Gadaho is, you know, he has the armor, the shield, the sword of a knight. Marvello has his pike, and you have your bow and arrow. You're hunting accoutrement. I have my wizardly robes, and yeah, indeed, a small amount of soot still under my fingernails, but it will come out. They can see that we're men of usefulness. We're not beggars. We're not.
No, we have got trades we can ply for sure.
Indeed, we're not odd jobsmen.
Bubble job. Oh, you go back.
I was going to do a little detour. I was going to go and walk to the river's edge and just really get a sense of how far this is. I mean, it's got an entire town, I guess, in the middle of this river, so it's not something you can just swim, is it? It's one of those.
Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. Let me just get that back. Yeah, it's a big river. I mean, you can swim across here at a push, but then this is all palisaded. But you have a little slosh in the water, and it's fucking cold.
It's reverse Alcatraz, is what it is.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
Yeah, you get some people come out across here, across the bridge and through this little gate here, and these are merchants. They're day merchants, day talliers they're called, you know, carry a tray of bits and pieces on and just trying to get money for the day.
Is there a working smith in the camp?
Yep.
Because I was thinking for Gadaho, because his shield certainly needs banging out.
So it needs something, doesn't it?
That's true. Yeah, let's go and find a smith.
Yeah, that's just the problem though. Just so you can't go into town.
No, sorry. When I say in town, I mean in Shantytown.
Or yeah, you might be able to find one.
I just thought for a shield repair, that's not massively skilled, and that, so somebody hopefully could do that for him.
Yeah, you can probably find someone that can do a quick repair job. How much is it going to cost though?
He's loaded. He got paid four times what I did. It's shocking.
Yeah, well, he's a knight and you're just a bloke with a bow.
Yeah, no, I know. Keep rubbing him.
Bloke with a bow.
Bloke with a bow.
Bloke with a bow.
Bloke with a bow, and now only 3 armor-piercing arrows.
Oh, damn. What are you going to do now, eh? Yeah. Repairs. Oh, I don't know. I would say a couple of Ortega will do the job.
Ortegas.
Ortegas, whatever the fucking are.
I don't know.
They're the,
We'll work it out because a couple of Ortegas is a really nice rate because that's pennies, isn't it? In effect,
yeah, yeah,
How many Ortegas to a teller?
100.
100.
100.
Yeah, it's 10, 10, and 10.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
If-
working people.
If we find a lot of traders and there's any selling spoons and the spoons are bigger than my spoon, then I will buy one. But apart from that, and if we take that as a given from now on, that if I have to trawl the markets and I find a bigger spoon, then I
Oh,
will
you
get
are
one.
going to be such fun person on your birthday. We are going to go and have hours of fun on your birthday. Well, what did you do, man? I got one this big. Oh, well, what's this big?
Just in case you haven't checked the book, for Italia, you can get a simple weapon or a very simple suit of armor, or a common tool such as a scythe, or a cow, or a pig, or a dozen chickens, or half a dozen sheep.
No, I'm saving up for heavy armor.
A shilling will get you a meal and simple lodgings in a normal city or town. And an Ortega thingy will get you a meager meal and maybe a place in a hayloft if you're lucky.
As long as it gets my shield fixed.
It's 10, 10, 10, yeah?
Yeah, 10, 10, 10.
I'll change them up. So I've got little copiers as well.
Yeah, so at the moment, this area here is your playground. Yeah.
That's what we do. I mean, we're going to be we might as well go and have a walk around the camp for the day, just to see whether there's anything interesting going on, any interesting people, whatever. And Steve wants to get his shield repaired. Sorry, Gad wants to get his shield repaired. So, you know, we'll have a prowl.
Yeah, you have a prowl. But again, that's what lots of people do because, you know, what you're just going to sit there and wait is pretty horrible.
Yep.
There is one interesting point, though, is heading over this way and past the soup kitchen, about out here somewhere, there's a pavilion that's been set up, relatively new as well, because you're sort of coming through this area, some people in these tents are like, morning. You have anything to do with that lot?
What lot?
That lot at the pavilion. They turned up last night. You anything to do with them? Because we haven't seen you around before.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't know. Actually, it is odd if they turned up last night. I don't know how they would have got here without, because we turned up last night as well. So that they didn't come via the same area as us. I suppose everyone's converging on this point, are they? So they could have come across a different pass or from a different place.
Well, there is only one pass over the mountain.
That is odd.
Well, we'll go and have a look then. That's curious, isn't it? Let's go and see who they are. Might they be two elves?
No, you sort of head that way, and there's a bloke comes out of the pavilion. Morning, can I help you?
I didn't vision us walking straight near to the tent as if we're
I
going to
don't
walk
think we had to
in.
walk up
But-
to him. No, we
but-
sort of
but-
wandered over
but-
towards him. Greetings. We were just curious because we came in last night, so we wondered whether you were following us down the hill.
Were you the long caravan?
Yeah,
Ah, yeah, it might have been you then that we were following.
I was going to say because I know you weren't in front of us because I'd noticed.
No,
Well, we're glad to see you. You made it across safely, as did we. Hello, I'm a wizard. My name is Vanjo. It's good to meet you.
yes,
He's like that, is he? I'm not going to bother introducing myself to him.
I like your.
standing there. Give me vigilant rolls at -2.
Still nope. More nope.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I might. You never know. Give it a go. I need a six.
Oh, not at -2.
I would have made it. Otherwise, no, not a minus
Well,
two.
if I made it about -12, what do you look like?
So
Well,
it's
you
just
should
you, Nick.
You're a hunter.
Just you, Nick.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, right. So the rest of you, no, you haven't got to do that. Just ignore what I'm about to say. The wagon is sort of parked back behind the pavilion.
Mhm.
Have a little side glance at it. That's a weird looking wagon. It's not a merchant wagon, but there's something about it that doesn't sit right with you. You're like, Hmm. Hmm. And it looks like it had 4 horses pulling it as well.
Ooh.
You're like, right. Well, I'm sure we'll see each other again.
Indeed, on the other side, as it were.
Yes. And with that, he sort of just turns around and heads straight back into the pavilion.
Nice. He was clearly kind of well-to-do, right? I mean, clothes-wise, he looked. I mean, he's got this big pavilion on his own. He's got this big wagon with horses and whatnot. I mean,
You never saw the fucking wagon and horses.
I know, but I mean,
and the horses was that, yeah.
but he's got
Yeah.
Well,
clothing-wise. What was he wearing?
It wasn't compared to the size of the pavilion. It wasn't the best of clothing.
I don't know what that's an unusual wagon. I've not seen that, and to be pulled by horses is 4 horses on a trek like that is not what I would expect. But
Well, it's his business,
yeah, perhaps he also is a wealthy landowner.
or was,
Indeed.
or is serving somebody who is.
Well, he didn't wish to share, did he?
Did he look like somebody could handle himself, like the me and Steve kind of soldiery kind of presence, or was he weirdly like the wizard?
How very dare you be accurate?
You two of the warrior class, you're like, yeah. Oh yeah.
Not weedy like the wizard. Actually, I'm not very strong, so I'm not going there.
Not weedy like the wizard. But yeah.
You say I'm very strong, but I think I'm weedier than you.
Oh, you are very weedy, Parky. Come on.
Yep, I am. I'm almost sickly.
Sickly, in fact. But yeah, oh, there you are. Good. But yeah, just definitely you definitely get the feel grizzled veteran.
Ah, yes.
All right, let's head
But
back.
we're camped about as far away as we can be, so I don't think that's going to be anything we have to worry about particularly.
Nope. Nowhere near us.
Time for soup, I think.
Ah, the soup kitchen. Yay. Right, soup kitchens. They are run by Plump Woman. You catch her name as Aurelia. And you get there, just as you get there, and the line is beginning to fill up. She's having a right hissy fit at some of the kitchen helpers. And then you see why. They're goblins. And she is not happy. They've done something that's annoyed her because she's like wailing about with her ladle.
Oh, kindred spirit, Marvello. Somebody else with a large spoon.
Really looking at that ladle. That's what I want.
It's got ladle envy.
No, come out! If I get my hands on you, you make sure their things are clean. Yeah, bop. And then she sort of goes back to ladling the soup, which is damn good, into bowls for people, and they start going past. Like, morning. Oh, how are you again? Yeah. How's the little one? Bad night. Oh, yeah. She'll be all right. We'll get some of that. Yeah, a little bit extra. You'll be all right. No, get that cleaned. And then comes to you lot. Hello, gentlemen. You newbies. Haven't seen you around.
Yes,
2 bowls
last night.
Pardon?
2 bowls.
No, you get 1 bowl now and 1 bowl later.
Yes.
And you carry on with that attitude, you'll only get half a serving as well. Is that what you want? Do you only want half a serving? Because trust me, I can make sure you get nothing. Pours you a serve, pushes it to you. Oh, little wizard, here you go. There's yours. Have a little bit extra for you. You know, you need bulking up, don't you?
Oh, thank you, Mick. You're most kind.
Have a roll as well. Go on.
Oh, you're most kind. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And then it gives
I'll
you,
smugly wander off.
I'd eat it quick.
Follow the wizard.
She obviously only gives out bread rolls to those that she likes or she thinks they're in need of.
Yeah.
But everyone has good things to say about her, and the soup is fantastic.
Good times.
And the bread, Parker. Oh, the bread's to die for. You don't remember the last time you had bread?
it is to die for, and I probably will.
Yeah.
Death by spoon.
Death by spoon.
I'll break the bread up and share it amongst the group. I mean, I know it's only a little roll, but
I'll stop staring at him now. Great.
Told you should have
Just
hit it
stuffed it
quicker.
all in your mouth, whole and go.
And I said, "Lunk."
No, yeah, it's difficult to find things to do.
Yep.
You know, you do see people that are just sitting there and they are looking bored, despondent. And it's the newbies like you guys that kind of feel like, yeah, okay, this is, oh, but these people have been here a long time. Oh, but you know, that family there, you know, that's a cobbler and his family, you know, he got a trade. Why is he still here? It's just one of those weird things that kind of doesn't quite sit as well as it should do. There you go.
So hang on. Can we ask around? Does anybody know anybody who has gone in?
Oh yeah,
What were they? What were they professions in?
all sorts,
Yeah.
all sorts.
I wonder why. I wonder if money, I suppose money's crossing hands. I wonder.
Well,
Yeah.
you get chatting to someone in you know, you've eaten it, you're standing there eating your soup, and as you sort of mention that, sort of someone who walks past goes, well, it's funny you say that, because a lot of the people that get turned away, I would have thought would have been allowed through.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just being cynical. It has been known, but this guy looks like he's been in this camp a while as well. But you know, I'm beginning to think that maybe the Queen doesn't want us salt in there. You know, maybe they only want the best of the best in the old kingdom, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know, I ain't got money to get in. I can't grease no palms. But you know, it's just, yeah, come on, we're all in it together, aren't we? Surely the Queenie wants us all in there, bless her.
Of course, I'm sure these things just take time, paperwork, bureaucracy. All of these things can get in the way.
I understand that. I truly do, but I'm not being funny. I've been here like coming up a year now.
A year.
Yeah.
And is that a normal wait time, would you assume?
Oh no, this camp's been here a fair few years now. A fair few years. And I think old Melga, oh, I don't know where her camp is anymore. I can't remember. I think she was here. Literally, she was one of the first people here. And she's still here.
Well, we go and see old Melga.
Is it safe in the camp? Does bad things happen to people here? Is it safe?
Yeah. I mean, occasionally you get people that say they think they've heard something at night. But I as far as I know, no one's been dragged off kicking and screaming into the dark. You know, the Rangers, bless them, you know, they're constantly on guard, and they do a fine job. He says as two Rangers sort of walk past and sort of just look at him as he says that, and they sort of carry on going. But no, I am. Said it's just some people turn up and are ushered straight through. Others, always the wealthy ones. Always the wealthy ones.
Yeah.
I said, maybe I'm just being cynical. Maybe the Queen does love us all equally, and she will eventually let us all in because there are positions for us all to fill. If you've got the money.
You can't just have a society of rich people, can you? What will they order about?
Exactly. Yeah.
Good point.
Well, maybe they can. Can we go and find this old Melga?
You can.
I'll find out why what old Melga's got skill-wise and why she's not been let in.
Okay. Anyway, I'll see you lot around.
Impaled. Yeah.
Oh, you the ones by the yellow tent by the blue thingy? Oh,
No.
yeah. All right.
That's us.
The yellow pink, blue thingy.
I won't be here for a year.
Or the blue thingy.
No.
I won't stay here for a year. There's
No,
abominations on this side of the river.
Well, let's just take it one day at a time.
Yeah, I know, but if it does look like we're going to be left, then there must be other places we can go where we can be useful.
Well, let's see. Let's go and sort out what's her Melgar or something. Her bloody name was.
Old Melga.
Melga.
Someone says, yeah, just that tent over there. This tent has been here a while. And it stinks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's an old woman sort of outside of it with this most flea-ridden looking dog.
Mhm.
She's got a couple of dodgy skins hanging up on a line behind her. And, you know, if you didn't know what a barbarian witch looked like, this is what you would imagine a barbarian witch to look like, you know.
Can't imagine why anyone wouldn't want to rush her into their kingdom.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hail, good lady.
Hello.
Not today.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Melga, I believe. People have spoken of you.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm
I
a
wasn't
wizard.
badly knowing everyone. I say, on them. Yeah. Yeah.
How long have you been here?
I think 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, probably 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. Yes.
And you've asked for entry to the lands beyond. Did you ask to go over to the lands beyond?
What lands beyond?
You know, when you go up to when you get here and you go into that meeting and you meet the two women and they ask you whether you want to go through. Did you do that?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And you're still waiting. Okay.
No papers.
No papers. What's that mean? What? They haven't given you papers to go in.
Still waiting.
I wonder if we can get another meeting there. Are we supposed to wait for them to call us, or can we go back?
They were supposed to call us, but you do wonder whether you can go back after a few days and say, hey, I
Yeah.
wonder whether I wasn't being particularly generous enough with my
That's what I'm
first.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Can we try and go back then? I think.
Well, we'll wait a day or two, like you said, and see them. Because I mean, you know,
Is there anything you need?
I'm on my way by now. We met her. She's very old, probably mad. Let's leave this one.
Was it old Melga?
Old Melga.
Melga.
Anything-
Writing that one down. Why are you writing that one down?
Because that's important.
He's doing it just as he can write.
Old Melga.
We haven't got names of any of the other people who were on our bloody caravan trip, and you wrote down the old bag.
No,
The old bag. Hey,
I think we might use the old bag.
he's terrible, isn't he? Yeah, yes. Interesting. Okay.
ooh, heck. Ooh, heck. Right. So, what are you doing? Whoop.
Just waiting to go back.
I'm gonna, seeing as we've got some time to kill, and we're gonna be here for a little while. Hopefully not too long. But I'm gonna go and speak to, was it Aurelia at the soup kitchen?
Yeah.
Just when it's quietened down, kind of between lunch and dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
Hello. Obviously I don't know my way around at all. But obviously you're helping people. I'm a trained medicus. So perhaps I don't know if there's somewhere I could set up so I can help people if people are feeling unwell or if they hurt themselves while they're on their day-to-day. Would there be somewhere I could offer my services?
We'll just let people know that you're a medicus and they'll come and find you, I presume.
Oh, of course. Okay. Well,
I think once a week they wheel out someone from the town to go through and see if everyone's fit and healthy.
I see. Oh, okay.
Flock to-
Well, I'm happy if you notice anyone as they're lining up for food, please do send them my way. If they can't wait, I'm happy to help.
I will. I will.
You have an unusual staff, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, goblins. They're all very. It's all very well. The captain of the watch or the marshal giving us ingredients to be able to make all the soup and everything. You know, that's a lot of money, obviously, as you can appreciate. You know, to keep the soup kitchens going to feed all of these people. But he's very, very tight with the money for helpers.
I see.
So, you know, we get the goblins. Bless them. No, take that out of your mouth. I don't care. Take it out of your mouth, wash it, and then put it in the pot.
Indeed. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
And
I'll get the soups ready for this evening's rush.
And I'll just I'll put a thaler just on the thing as I won't make eye contact about it. I'll just put it there and
Puts it down in hands or from nowhere. Yep, cool.
Somebody's after some extra bread rolls, aren't they? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you all, but we have another caravan turning up at some point. Obviously, they're staying, aren't they, during the winter period? And then they're all going to turn up because we left them, didn't we?
That's true. Yeah, the rest of our lot should turn
Yeah.
up at some point.
When they turn up, if we're not through by then, I will leave. I think that's my time. That will be my indicator.
Okay, well, we see.
makes sense. I'm sure we'll be through in the next day or so.
We'll see what happens when we get
Brilliant.
again.
Should we go back into the mountains and hunt, or you hunt and we help you hunt?
If
I
they
don't
are,
want bored.
The thing is, we need to be roughly near here, don't we?
And we'll
They
get-
could come and look for us at any time.
This is going to drive me nuts.
It's only-
I'm gonna go test me arrows out. I might actually do a bit of practicing because we are right on the edge. There's nobody near us, so I have got range to practice. So I can do a bit of shooting.
It's only been a day, Marvello.
I've already looked at the river. It's quite far to swim.
it does seem that way.
I'm not sure I really want to sneak in, but
And also, we have we been here at night yet? I don't know if we have. Have we?
We've been here one night, haven't we? Because we got here in the evening.
Yep.
But I think perhaps if we have a little wander around, not when it's late, but I'm sure there'll be things going on of an evening, whether that be ways for us to make money or find out what's going on.
Or way for us to spend money. More
Indeed.
likely.
Something to keep us all busy, perhaps.
you say so.
Evening soup comes and goes. Again, it's awesome soup. Really is nice. And you leave there and start doing your little wander around. You haven't gone far when there is a sudden screech and scream that comes from back at the soup kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Go back.
And literally, as you turn, a body is thrown and lands at your feet. Broken, twitching body of someone standing in the queue for the soup. And there's a bloody abomination standing there. And
Okay.
it's literally ripping people apart.
Okay. Well, carrying bow and arrow, stringed out.
Okay.
Our
Let
usual,
us summon forth.
Charge!
our usual abomination response, which is charge.
Yeah, it's going to get him killed one day, isn't it? So, John, you do your attack as you go charging in. Right, this one,
Go.
again, another 7.5 foot, 8 foot tall thing, ex-human, because you can see the human flesh just peeling off of it. One hand is a bloody great claw. The other hand is fused into a bone sword, and it's got horns that are just dripping goo. It's bloody horrible. And already there's like another dead person next on the floor in front of it. John.
I rolled 2.
So you're on +7 to hit it, mate. So you know.
Oh, that's never a good sign. Oh, you're on +7 to hit it. Yeah, but it does. It ignores anything less than 100 points of damage.
Yeah,
So-
7 points damage.
So 7. Oh, great. Ah! Point goes, sort of presses against it. You're like, ugh! Doesn't pierce its flesh.
Yeah.
So you are now in combat with it. So Nick,
I'm looking for it. If I can get a shot
Back in
without
second.
infringing on our gallant idiot in combat, I will do so.
That was gallant.
take a shot, and as long as you don't really fuck it up,
Well, no, +7. I'd like to think I'm not.
he won't end up looking like that guy on the picture behind him.
Get there.
+7.
So again, you're on +7, mate.
Okay, so I need to get 22. Yes, I've succeeded.
You rolled under 22. Well,
I rolled under 22. You'll be pleased to know.
so your arrow thuds into it. Roll your damage, please.
Roll the damage. Oh, weird. That's a quality armor piercing. That one, 2.
2. Right, the arrow sort of go punk off of him.
Hmm.
Oh,
Steve,
I'll charge.
all right, you go charging in. Do your attack, please.
Do my best.
+7.
Oh, so 1. Fucking hell. What? Oh, I've got to roll again now, don't I?
Now you roll again.
Yeah, but at +7, you ain't going to miss.
7. Oh, I think I'm going to hit, mate, but you never know. Actually, it was cocked, but it almost was another one. I still hit with a 19.
Another one. You get like double crit.
Critical. So roll your damage.
Right, my damage is a whopping. Oh, for fuck's
You
sake.
get an extra D6, don't you?
Hang on. It's on the floor. Hang on.
Oh, what's fucking wrong with you?
No, I can't. My damage is a 4, and it was for the critical.
Another
D6.
D6.
Oh, D6. 4. Can you believe it?
Okay.
7 in total.
7 points of damage. You go charging in. Roar! Good swing with your sword, and again the sword
Ah,
doesn't penetrate the flesh. What is my
blimey.
quickness? Oh, I'm going the same time as Parker. That's shit. Right.
Hello.
So, John,
Come on, John.
Yeah, hit and 7 points of damage.
Ah,
7.
we're struggling with this bloke.
Okay, again, hit it. You're hitting it, but you're not penetrating. Parker.
I am looking at, obviously there's a group of people. We're in the middle of the soup kitchen effectively.
People screaming and running.
I'm making sure people are like, if there's elderly people who can't move as quickly or little kids, I'm making sure that everyone's out of the way. Kind of, looking after civilians and whatnot, seeing if some people have been hit, but not necessarily killed immediately. So I might start making sure no one's bleeding to death.
Yeah.
That wasn't what I was expecting.
No, but it is the right thing to do because it's in the middle of a combat in a load of civvies and all that.
Yeah. If it wasn't, if we were just in a fight. Then
And if he
that's
goes
fine.
flame on in a soup kitchen, it could be quite interesting for the passers-by, mightn't it?
But if
All
you
right. So
think
one attack coming in. You've both done no damage to it. So
I get it.
someone roll a d6 for me. On a 1 to 3, it's John. On a 4 to 6, it's Steve.
Rolling.
2.
Did you get
That sounded like me.
John? Okay, John, you are rolling with a -5.
5 defense, yeah?
Yeah, -5.
Don't fall over. Don't fall over, John.
No, he definitely has hit me.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay, he's hitting you for 10 points of damage.
Becking. Oh, armor.
7 points.
Oh, thank
Oh,
fuck.
that's okay. So it's not a knockdown.
Nice.
4 through, yeah?
Yep, but it has hit you. New round.
I've only got
It's only getting one attack.
Terrible cures.
One attack, this one.
Shut up in the cheap seats.
He's got 2 weapons.
He's concentrating.
Right, I'm circling because I don't want to shoot into this. I'm not shooting in the combat with the 2 of them, so I've got another arrow. I'm ready, but I'm moving, and also I'm doing a bit like Parker's doing in that I'm making sure nobody's in between me or nobody's too close to it. So I am calling on people to get out the fucking way.
That's cool. That's cool. Steve,
We're getting you a melee weapon for Christmas.
You ain't, you know.
Right, I'm going to whack it.
Notice 0 armor.
Oh, whack!
I've got a small hatchet and a little knife.
I got. Oh, hit it.
Damage.
Damage is the main thing, isn't it? Let's
With
go.
your
Let's go.
+7,
Let's go. Oh, 5.
Can we have +7 to hit it and nothing for +7 damage and nothing to hit? That'd be
Yeah,
good.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Nope.
Very good.
John.
Go on, John. This is
I've hit it.
Yep.
9 points.
Oh,
Ooh. Right. So it's taken some damage. You've actually finally, with your halberd, stab it. But as you stab it, there's a spurt of goo there, and you take 3 points of damage.
He gets his armor, right?
You can roll for your armor,
Whatever you
8.
want.
that's all we need.
but however, your armor is beginning to singe and burn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, John, that was who was that? What was I doing? Done, Nick. Done, Steve. John. Parker.
All right. Well, move some people out of the way. Flame on. Whoosh.
Yeah.
Flame on, whoosh. Well, we know that's going to fail, don't we?
I should summon my wizardly powers and attempt to send this thing to a fiery doom. +7 or something stupid, right?
Yeah, yeah. Here, miss it at your own peril, you know?
Oh, yeah, fine.
You
I
just
take
roll all these
some
tents about.
and I do 11 points of damage.
11.
Well done, Vandro.
6. John,
It spurts some more acid at John.
can you give me a
Oh, I was hoping that it wouldn't because
This is great. We all had to circle it and shoot it. It
quick-
spurts
can you
acid at
give me
John.
a quickness roll, mate? Just as it is.
3. Yep.
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 This time you're like, whoa, as it's just blood. Not good.
Vandro!
And then me, it will hit. It's going to hit you, John. So -5, mate.
6. Yep.
Nice. Again, this time the bone saw comes swinging round, and you manage to dodge out the way of that.
Done.
Right. You can hear commotion as 2 people are trying to like barge through the crowd and get to where you lot are. Okay, so new round, Nick.
I will have another shot because I figured by now I can have moved around basically in effect behind it.
Yep.
So that it's not, I can see it better than the 2 of them fighting it.
Yep. And you can hit John straight in the face with your arrow.
Well, +7, I'm willing to take that risk. Yeah, 7. So yes, that hits.
some of you may die. It's a risk I'm willing to.
That's 9 points damage.
Ooh. That's another hit. Again, any arrows you fire into this, mate, you're losing.
Good hit.
But one of them it bounced off. I might be able to find that.
Yeah. Steve.
Hit the lady in the back of the head.
I could get it out of her
Steve.
quickly.
Smack. It's a smack, not a whack this time. So I'm coming back to the old backhand.
Oh.
Right. It's a smack, and a smack does 6 points of damage.
No. John.
Yep. Hit.
Yep.
Come on, John.
6 points of damage.
Oh, come on, we're so close.
I shall summon forth the flaming powers of the Ordo Magica.
Marvelous go.
Defeat it. Yep, hit, obviously, because even, it's like 20 to miss, essentially, now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That rolled off an 8 onto a 3.
You can always spend an experience point for a reroll.
No. Why would I do that? That sounds like a silly thing to do.
That's right up your street, that is.
Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad thing at all. But there we go. You know,
You love it. You can't normally stop yourself. Spend it, spend it, spend it.
It's then I won't have enough to buy stuff with, will I?
well, because you only need 10, mate, and you got 15.
Right, one attack on you this time, Steve. -5.
Minus
Feeling
5.
sorry for John.
I need 5. I was 12.
I'm feeling sorry for me.
I have failed my roll. So do your damage.
Okay, that damage is 10.
There's more to come yet. I've got what's medium armor do? I can't remember.
D8.
D8, yeah.
D8. All right. So now I've got-
Going through your armor, John. Is your armor still hissing?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the.
That's what I have.
Taking another 3 points of damage, John.
What?
You take your armor off.
You just Archer. Stop it.
Take your fucking armor off. I'm thinking alien. You take your armor off.
No. You don't get to roll your armor on this one, mate, because it's on the same point. It's burning through.
No, I wasn't rolling. I was taking the dice, the damage down.
Dave?
7 saved. How much damage was it?
10.
10. That's 3 damage. But I have fallen over.
Okay.
Gadaho is fallen over and is twitching on the ground.
You're still conscious, though, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm having an epileptic attack.
Oh, you rolled that, did you?
Yes.
Oh, he's hit the ground and he's like, oh.
Oh, shit. Well, he better.
Worst thing is,
burning for it.
he hasn't told anyone he's got epilepsy.
No, and it may well turn out very badly for him if we put this demon down quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Oh, shit. John.
Good job them rangers have turned up.
If I'm going to attack it, but if he's that close, I will stand in front of him and attack.
Well, you can move action, so you can move round to stand over him.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
So if it vomits and drops all stuff on him, it's like, well, it's for instance.
Okay.
I'm seriously thinking about shooting him. I don't know about standing over him. He's clearly been possessed.
Your response to everything, isn't it? Yes.
Hadn't failed me yet.
7.
Fuck off. No. Parker.
I haven't got another shot, mate. You're missing me, and I'm going to shoot it again.
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate. Go on, then. Go on, Pete Tong here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's hit it.
Yeah.
11, my max.
That's
Nice.
great. That shot hits it square in the throat. Again, there's a Joe, give me quickness. No, because Nick's moved, so that's fine. No, it's again. Arrow hits it, staggers around, smashes into some more of the soup kitchen area, and then just suddenly floats into dust as two of the ranger captains sort of get to the area and like, oh, well done, you've dealt with it.
Fuck's sake.
And then all of a sudden there's like screams again from the other soup kitchen, and also on the wind, the smell of burning. And that's where we leave it.
Oh,
Good.
Badness.
Just as we're about to set fire to Steve, because he's obviously tainted. I'm afraid, look, come on, nobody was that enlightened in those days. Epilepsy equals abomination.
You say that. Something that I've noticed on my Medicus is that you can diagnose and cure diseases, identify poisons, and you can also have a coroner's point of view. So it may be something that I would understand.
If you've got time to have a quick look at him and go, oh, it's all right, he's only having an epileptic fit, he's not having a monster come out of you.
I mean, we'll see, won't we? But there is potential.
You will indeed.
Yeah, because I mean, we know what my first words would go in the next one. So these two ranger captains that said, got any armor-piercing arrows? Because I'm flat out. I've just used me last 4.
Dare I ask how much
They're
they
not going to
got?
fucking give them to you.
5 silver pieces each.
Oof,
But
that's-
they've come running in with swords ready. So,
Well, in that case, they don't need their arrows, do they?
and they don't need to give them a scumbag like you either.
I'm not suggesting they're going to give them to me, but while they're busy fighting,
they could lend them to you.
yeah, they lend them to me.
Have to fucking wait and see, won't you?
Yeah,
Well, that's
you will.
I am just going to fucking have a quick look to see whether they've even got any.
Good game, everyone. I enjoyed that.
Right.
Oh, blimey.
It's popping along.
Yeah, isn't it just?
We're learning more about each other.
On my
aren't we?
damage roll, I would have taken an XP, and I rolled a 10.
Well, there you go.
The problem is with these dice, you go, oh, wicked, I'll re-roll a 3 on my D12. Oh, I've got a 1 now. Oh, poo. Can re-rolls.
I don't know if you can do re-rolls on damage. I will check. I don't know. But I knew Parker wasn't going to fucking start spending his experience points on re-rolls.
I was going to say, Parker's
no.
normally the man for spending his experience points.
I know he is, but if I do that, I can't buy any new powers.
No. I mean, doing it in Coriolis when it's just something bad to happen to the group, that's fine. These are my experience points. You don't understand how important they are. Mine.
We will see.
Giving you my experience, go away.
So,
Awesome.
I'm quite glad that Steve's flawed now. It just makes me feel a little bit more rounded and better.
Well, I still think he's abominated. I mean, I'm going to spend the whole week thinking he's an abomination until, hopefully at the beginning of the next session when I get put straight.
actually, I'm quite lucky it's taking so long. It's only taken this 1 in 20 chance, and every time we roll a test, and we roll a lot of dice.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not sure, I'll have his armor.
Well, I won't be taking his armor. I'll do my usual putting down of abominations, so I won't damage his armor.
All right, boys. Well done. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe. If you like to subscribe, if you don't like it, don't want to subscribe. You have to like, you like to subscribe. Till next time.
Hey,
Hammer. Do. Where's the stop button for the recording?